networking companies move fast to protect themselves and what they hope you never find out. If you've been hit by a big truck, you need someone who's ready to step up and swing for the fences. Make the right call. Attorney John Foyne Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
I remember the hard road that led to this moment.
And the MLB Comeback Player of the Year is Atlanta Braves pitcher Johnny Venters.
Every day I work towards a better future for my family, my teammates, and my community. Having a setback in life can be devastating, but each challenge is a setup for your strongest comeback.
Braves win.
That's why I trust Globe Life. For over 125 years, they have been helping families protect their financial future. Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
Another big crowd on a Saturday. Second game in this series, Braves and Brewers. Braves won a thriller last night, 3-2 over Milwaukee, looking for a series win today with a victory here this afternoon. Folks, Tire Discounters Round Tripper Home Run Promotion offers Braves fans savings on sets of Goodyear and Cooper tires, plus a free alignment and a free oil change with any Ford tire purchase. Learn more at tirediscounters.com/Braves. Braves about to come out of the first base dugout wearing the City Connect uniforms this afternoon. Powder blue tops, white pants, white lettering, white numerals, outlined in royal blue and red. Atlanta across the chest, those powder blue uniforms. Meanwhile, the Brewers wearing their navy blue tops, gray pants, gold lettering and numerals, and Milwaukee across the chest of their navy uniforms. Cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks. That's the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Get in on that action. Download Prize Picks. Use code BRAVES. You'll get $50 in lineups when you play $5. And you must be present in certain states, so visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Behind the plate calling balls and strikes is the crew chief, Ron Culpa. First base umpire is Scott Berry. Second base umpire, Manny Gonzalez. And the third base umpire is Tom Hanahan. 83 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, kind of a ceiling of light gray clouds as far as the eye can see. Not expecting any rain. Light breeze out of the southeast. That's coming in from right center field and angling right at the left field corner. Braves about to take the field. When they do, here's the leather for Atlanta. Matt Olson at first base this afternoon. Ozzie Albies is at second base. Jorge Mateo is the shortstop. And Austin Riley is at third base. In the Braves outfield, Mauricio Dubon in left field. Michael Harris in center field. Eli White, one of the heroes last night, is in right field. The catcher for the first time as a Brave, Joey Bart. And he is in harness with Chris Sale, the 6'6", 180-pound lefty out of Lakeland, Florida. 37 years old, about to make his 14th start of the season. 8-5 with a 2.30 ERA. And we were talking about this great pitching matchup earlier, Darren. And what you've got is two guys who are amongst the best in the big leagues in ERA. Both pitchers, both Sale and Harrison for the Brewers, rank in the top 10 in ERA. So going back to something you mentioned in our open, this feels like a continuation of the style of play from last night with another great pitching duel.
Yeah, that's certainly center stage is those two guys on the mound tonight, both nasty lefties, lots of strikeouts. Lots of weak contact and not many runs off of them. So they're going to be hard to come by. Both teams are going to have to fight really hard to plate some runners.
And it was really fun to watch that game last night, the way that it took place, and the Braves scratching and clawing and finally getting across the finish line and winning that game and doing it against a very good Brewer bunch. For Chris Sale, his last outing took a loss against the White Sox. For the season, he's 8-5 with a 2.30 ERA. That last turn was on the 10th, so he's going on 9 days of rest. And that last turn, 5 2/3 of an inning against one of his former teams, the White Sox, giving up 2 runs on 6 hits, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. Here in the month of June, he's winless. He's 0-2 with a 3.97 ERA, but you really can't put any blame on him. He's only been given 3 runs of support in his last 2 starts. That's really tough even for him.
Yeah, that's a phenomenon you see every so often when teams see their ace on the mound. They just don't produce many runs. And we saw it last night with the Brewers against Mizorowski. And that's been a problem. But if Chris Sale keeps pitching well, he's going to start racking up those wins because we know this offense is waking up.
Braves have gone 8-5 in his starts this season. Chris will be facing Churio, Turang, and Contreras here in the top of the first inning. 2 first-place teams banging horns here in Atlanta. And like we said earlier, last night's game certainly did not disappoint. That was a thriller. Maybe the best game in baseball last night. Jackson Churio, who is batting second in the order last night, leading off for the Brewers this afternoon. He's ready, so is Chris. Game 2 of the series. And now for the ball game. First pitch in there, a called strike. Showed up a first pitch fastball at 98. Starting up at 4:12 Eastern and 3:12 Central. 82 degrees here in Atlanta. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Jackson Churio, and he swings and misses. Heater 96. The time of the first pitch brought to you by Schumann Farms. Look for Real Sweet brand. Hit myself a lozenge. Real Sweet brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms in a store near you. No balls and 2 strikes on Churio. Sale looking for his first strikeout. Steps and deals the 0-2 to Churio. There's the inside corner that time with a fastball. So fastball, slider, of course, the bread and butter for him. But I'm always curious to see what he does with the rest of his pitch mix as well. Sales 1-2. Just missed the outside corner with a slider.
Yeah, judging by his usage of his 4 pitches this season, he wanted to use less fastball slider. He's using more sinkers and changeups, and that makes that much harder to hit against him.
2-2 pitch. Adios. Got him swinging on a fastball. 98 to get Jackson Churio at 1 down.
Yeah, Jackson Churio, he was expecting the slider, so it was a really funny-looking swing. His hips were bailing out of the box, even though that fastball was middle in. Chris Sale's stuff is so nasty, you really have to guess to be able to hit it hard, and he got caught guessing wrong.
That's our Gas South bringing the heat strikeout, just like Chris Sale. Gas South is bringing the heat with no deposits, no hidden fees, and simple natural gas rates. Bryce Terang, the batter. Left-handed stick, takes a fastball outside. There's the tough task of being a left-handed batter facing Chris Sale. Terang a lefty, Garrett Mitchell a lefty. Everybody else a righty with the exception of Blake Perkins, who's a switch hitter. And, of course, we'll see him bat from the right side versus Sale. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Terang. Outside that time of the fastball. Something you and I were discussing before we went on the air is the average fastball velocity for Sale, where it is this season compared to previous seasons of his career, and what he's doing at 37 years old is remarkable. 2-0 to Terang. There's a called strike. And really high for where he is in his age. Yeah,
it's crazy to think where he's at in his career. 37 years old, and he's throwing harder than he's ever thrown.
2-1 pitch, swung on, missed. How do you do that?
I don't know. I wish I knew, because I would have leveraged that secret knowledge. Last start, his average fastball, average 4-seam, 97.5. That's the hardest single-game fastball he's had since 2018.
2-2. Toodaloo Terang. Got him on a slider. Went low and outside on a check swing by Terang and back-to-back strikeouts. Because on one hand, you'd say, okay, he's getting a lot more extra rest. Braves have given him more rest in between starts. But it can't be just that.
I don't think it's just that. That certainly contributes to it. But I don't. It would be his. Right now, he's thrown 95.9 this season, and that's a very high mark.
William Contreras takes the first pitch inside.
So high, it would be his highest season average on his 4-seamer of his career.
Unbelievable.
And that, to me, the rest certainly helps, but I think he might have figured something else out.
1-0 pitch. There's a called strike. Imagine figuring something else out like that in your 16th season in the big league.
Exactly.
Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way to William Contreras. Takes the ball high and outside. For Chris, this is his 407th Major League appearance. Career record of 153 and 93. Career ERA of 2.98. 9 times an All-Star in 16 seasons. 2-1 to Contreras, and he squares it up to deep center field, ranging back now, shy of the track, Michael Harris, and he puts it away. So it's a 1-2-3 top of the first for Chris. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Brewers nothing, and the Braves coming up when we come back.
Hey Braves fans, summer is officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Aero Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Aero protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Braves, so you know you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-AERO or visit aeroexterminators.com.
What up, Braves fans? Joe Button here to talk to you about my favorite part of the game, Prize Picks. Swing into action this baseball season with Prize Picks, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Prize Picks started in the A, so you know we had to show love to the home team. Plus, it's the best app for making all your sports picks.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code BRAVES and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code BRAVES on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. Prize Picks.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Braves fans, are you ready to step up your style this season? Onward Reserve, a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves, has everything you need. Brave new swimwear, boxers, polos, and tees. All the great styles to keep you looking sharp, whether you're at the beach or cheering on the Braves. And don't miss our exclusive Braves gear at the Clubhouse store. Plus, with 14 stores across Braves country, you're never far from products made for the A. If you can't visit us in store, check us out online at onwardreserve.com.
The Aloft at the Battery Atlanta looks forward to welcoming you for all your travel needs and are committed to safety and cleanliness. Aloft Hotels, different by design.
No score into the bottom of the first inning. Braves about to take their first hacks of the game. Folks, today's A-list member of the game is Jason Cohn of Atlanta. And Jason has been an A-list member since 1997. And his favorite perks are having access to exclusive events throughout the year and priority access to postseason tickets. Congratulations to Jason, today's A-list member of the game. First pitch to Dubon, hit well but hard out there to Joey Ortiz at third. He's up with it, sends it across the diamond. And one down after the ground out. Here's the leather for Milwaukee. Andrew Vaughn is at first base. Bryce Terang at second. Cooper Pratt, the shortstop. And Joey Ortiz at third base. In the outfield for the Brewers, Jackson Churio is in left. Garrett Mitchell in center. Blake Perkins in right. William Contreras behind the plate. And Kyle Harrison on the mound. Left-hander from Concord, California. And he misses inside there with a fastball coming in at 94. Harrison, 6'2", 220. He's 24 years old. And the Brewers, a team that looked at him and said, we can use this guy. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll be fouled back. You see, he was originally with the Giants, and they traded him to Boston last June in the Rafael Devers deal. And then Boston wasn't high on him. They traded him to Milwaukee in February in the Caleb Durbin deal. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Baldwin takes ball low and outside. And looking at his numbers, I think both teams would regret moving him.
Yeah, the Brewers have certainly unlocked Harrison. Made a few adjustments, and he's having some great success. He's a veteran of 4 seasons, but this is by far and away his best start.
2-1 to Baldwin. And he sends it deep but fouled on the right field lines. He hooked it into the seats. 2-2.
He's mainly a 3-pitch guy. He's got a good four-seamer, mid-90s, 94, 95. He's got a wicked slurve, so halfway between a slider and a curve. It's really tough to hit, and then a changeup. The bottom falls right out of it.
Left-hander deals. 2-2, swung on, miss, fastball 95.
And that's his big strikeout pitch, that fastball up. He just he pumps that thing at the top of the zone. 54 of his 81 strikeouts have been on that four-seam fastball, and that's the second most in the league, just to his teammate Jacob Mizorowski. So that tells you how good it is at the top of the zone.
So you see those two guys back-to-back, you're going to see some bullets between Mizorowski and Harrison. There's a called strike on Olsen. For Harrison this season, he's 8-1 with a 2.47 ERA. This is his 14th start. Got a win in his last turn on the 14th against Philadelphia. 0-1 to Olsen, missed outside. He went 6 innings in that game. Didn't give up a single run, just 3 hits allowed. No walks, 3 strikeouts. And when he goes to the firing line, the Brewers win a ton. They've won his last 10 starts. 1-1, slowly tapped up the first base line. That'll be gloved just back of the bag by the first baseman, Vaughn. And he steps on the sack for the out. The Braves go down 1-2-3. Both teams go down in order. We go to the top of the second. No score.
Did you know we're the #1 Toyota retailer in all of Georgia? The truth is, we've always felt like #1 because of the way we treat you, our guests. It's not just about great prices. It's about how you feel when you know with great confidence that you're being taken really good care of. And that's how you're treated every step of the way. Come see why Georgia made us #1. Beaver Toyota coming. I'm not kidding. We're going to wow you.
I remember the hard road that led to this moment.
And the MLB Comeback Player of the Year is Atlanta Braves pitcher Johnny Venters.
Every day I work towards a better future for my family, my teammates, and my community. Having a setback in life can be devastating, but each challenge is a setup for your strongest comeback.
Braves win!
That's why I trust Globe Life. For over 125 years, they have been helping families protect their financial future. Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
Hey guys, it's Chris Domino. Have you noticed cracks in your walls or around doors or windows? Or how about cracks in your bricks outside? That means it's time to pick up the phone and call the only foundation repair company in Atlanta with professional engineers on staff. Engineered Solutions of Georgia, they offer lifetime warranties from trusted professionals who will fix it right the first time. And they're a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Do not wait until it's too late. Call 678-ESOG now.
Dial 678-ESOG now.
No score, top of the second inning, alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Got a big crowd on a Saturday afternoon. Braves a winner last night 3-2 and handing the ball to Chris Sale this afternoon. He'll be facing Sanchez, Vaughn, and Perkins here in the top of the second inning. Chris with 2 strikeouts in the first inning. Now going back to work versus Gary Sanchez. We saw him for 1 at-bat late in the game last night, was 0 for 1, and he takes a called strike. Sales put up great numbers in his career versus the Brewers. This is his 6th career start versus Milwaukee. And in the previous 5, 2-0 with a 1.89 ERA. He dominated them last season. 0-1 backdoor slider over for a called strike. That's an unfair pitch. That was beautiful, wasn't it?
If Sale keeps getting that strike all night, that strikeout record is in danger.
0-2 on Sanchez. Eyeing his 3rd strikeout. He's way ahead of Gary Sanchez. 0-2. Check swing. The appeal did not go. Last season, Sale had a start against Milwaukee where he struck out 11 and earned the win that day, and looking for something similar here today. And every time he's on the mound, we're eyeing where he is on the all-time strikeout list. Sale's 1-2. This low and outside with a slider. With the 2 strikeouts that Sale totaled in the first inning, he has 2,673 strikeouts, and that is 27th all time. Ready with a 2-2 pitch. Down he goes. Changeup froze him, and this will be challenged by Gary Sanchez.
That's the same spot where Ron Kolpa called that slider strike.
ABS says that is a ball.
So, I mean, I hate that Chris Sale loses a strikeout, but that's good feedback for Ron Kolpa, right? You can't give that low. So that defines the bottom of the zone for him.
I'm sure he'll make the adjustment, be better for it. 3-2 pitch. Sanchez fights it back foul. By the way, for Sale, I mentioned he's 27th all time in strikeouts. And if you're wondering how close is he to 26th, exactly 100 back of Frank Tanana for 26th place. So it could be a while before he catches that next spot on the list. 3-2 on Gary Sanchez. Sale's payoff pitch. And he missed low and outside with a fastball. So with the ABS challenge, it goes from a strikeout to a walk, and the leadoff man's on for the Brewers. Speaking of strikeouts for Sale, he's also closing in on some other history, as he is now 16 strikeouts away from his 500th strikeout as a Brave. And something really interesting will happen at that point. Here's the pitch on the way. Vaughn takes a called strike. At that point, he would be just the 10th pitcher in Major League history to record 500 strikeouts with 3 or more teams. 0-1 on Andrew Vaughn. No score in the top of the second. Sale's pitch. There's a ball low and in. He had 1,244 strikeouts with the White Sox. He had 945 with the Red Sox. And he has 484 with the Braves. One to Vaughn. Swung on, missed.
Yeah, talking about those 500 strikeouts. I mean, that's being really good in 3 different places, and citing some conversations I've had with Chris. He's been re-energized by playing here in Atlanta. He just enjoys himself so much that he feels like he's the best he's ever been.
1-2 to Vaughn. In the air towards right field, coming in and making the catch in right, Eli White. Hit that right on the button directly to Eli. 1 down in the top of the 2nd inning. Folks, the original Louisiana hot sauce keeps the flavor bases loaded with 3 simple ingredients: peppers, vinegar, and salt. And flavor that always hits is exactly why the original Louisiana hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. No score, top of the 2nd. Here comes Blake Perkins. Perkins 1 for 3 last night. 148 hitter. First pitch you see is over for a called strike. Well, what you just said, the proof is not only in his numbers, but in that bumped up fastball velocity.
Yeah. Oof.
Sale spins it. 0-1, sent foul into the seats along the first base line into the second deck. 0-2.
Yeah, just to frame that, and when he won the Cy Young in 24, his average fastball was 94.8. Still very good. This year it's 95.9, so he's gained over a mile an hour on his average fastball. And each start it continues to climb because he's throwing so hard right now.
0-2 to Perkins. He barely got a piece of that fastball, fouls it back. Well, we saw him with that rib fracture last year, but when it comes to other injuries, maybe he's feeling healthier than he has in a few years.
I think so. I know he's talked a lot about the strength and conditioning program here. He loves those guys on that staff, and he's got a pretty good routine figured out.
Sales 0-2. Line drive past second baseman Ozzie Albies and a base hit into right field. Down to second base for Gary Sanchez. That time got the wood to the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. And there's the first hit of the game for either team. Something we were discussing before the game as Chris is working with a new catcher for the first time. Joey Bart, acquired by the Braves the day that we were rained out versus the Giants. So, of course, he was here yesterday. How much time do you think these two spent with each other yesterday?
I would say quite a bit, and I'm surprised that Bart is catching Chris Sale for his first start. As Chris, widely known, he never shakes off. So whatever the catcher puts down, he's going to throw.
1 out for Garrett Mitchell. The other left-handed batter in their order. And he takes the first pitch strike.
For some reason, Ron Burgundy just popped in my head because whatever you put on the teleprompter, he's going to read. Now, they have spent a lot of time game planning. I'm sure Joey Bart spent a lot of time with Drake Baldwin and the advanced scouts for the Braves, getting to know Chris and where he likes to go.
0-1. Mitchell takes the ball low and outside.
And with Joey Bart appearing in a game, he's now the 8th catcher for the Braves, which is a franchise record. And we're not even halfway through the year yet.
Wow.
And they've used 8 catchers already. So those injuries, taking a toll on our depth behind the plate.
In 75 games.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss there, 1-2. Well, and I want to bring something back to light that you've mentioned before. Anytime you're working with a brand new catcher, even as a reliever, you wanted some time with them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's getting to know you and where you like me to set up and how you like your game called. There's a lot that goes into it.
1-2 to Mitchell. Low and outside with a slider, 2-2.
And the flip side of that coin of Chris Sale just following the catcher in terms of pitch selection is he's so nasty it doesn't really matter. If he executes his pitches, the sequence doesn't always matter.
He'd love a strikeout here. 2-2 pitch. He'll get it. Pierce the outside corner with a blazing fastball. Mitchell goes down looking. 2 down in the inning. 3 strikeouts for Sale.
And that's a perfect example. The sequencing was great, but if he executes that 98-mile-an-hour heater down and away to a lefty at his knees, 99 times out of 100, he's getting it out.
Perfect pitch. Here comes Cooper Pratt. Pratt, the right-handed hitter, takes the first pitch strike. No score, top of the second. Pratt, just 21 years old, just made his big league debut this past week. This is just the 5th game he's ever played in. And he is 4 for his first 12 in the big leagues. 0-1 pitch, fought off foul. 0-2 now on Pratt.
Yeah, the Brewers like Pratt so much, they signed him to an extension before he ever played an inning in the major leagues. And I was researching him a little bit. They said he's the best defender in their organization, and they foresee him manning shortstop for them for many years to come.
Pratt batting 8th in the order. No score in the top of the second inning. And Sale in search of back-to-back strikeouts to put away this threat in the top of the second. He spins the 0-2. That'll be loop foul over the Braves dugout. Into the second deck of the stadium down the first base line. 0-2. Inning started with a walk, then a fly out to right field, followed by a single, and then a strikeout. So runners at first and second. Sale at 37 pitches here in the early goings. And now time called as Chris steps off the back of the rubber. Sale set right at the belly. Southpaw fires and softly tapped up the first base line. Olsen has it. Easy toss to Chris. There's out number 3. 3-1 put out wraps up the top of the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. We're off to the bottom of the second inning. No score in Atlanta.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Hello, I'm a Phantom tire buyer with a secret identity.
Of course you are.
As a Tire Discounters superfan, I've been talking to customers in the parking lot.
Huh.
And I may not have been doing my job in spreading the good news.
Oh, like customers getting a free alignment when they buy 4 tires?
Well, everyone knows that.
Okay.
But by focusing on alignment, I have neglected oil changes, brakes, shocks, and...
Hey, you can't do everything, Phantom.
Why not? Tire Discounters does.
Your life isn't one size fits all, so why would your bank be? At Truist, you get a caring and knowledgeable team that really understands you. You get real talk about real life, tools that help keep you informed, and a plan that keeps you ready so you're confident no matter what comes your way. And when all that comes together, it makes you feel unstoppable. Get started today at Truist.com. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota, let's go places.
Lease a new 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $279 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through June 30th, 2026. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $42.78 due at signing. No security deposit. With select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Atlanta Braves and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves.
If you're just now tuning in, you haven't missed any runs yet. Neither team has scored as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Ozzie Albies leads off. He'll be followed by Michael Harris and Austin Riley. First pitch is a called strike as Kyle Harrison pumps it in there. Harrison had a 1-2-3 first inning with 1 strikeout. And this 24-year-old left-hander brings his 0-1 pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies. And Ozzie lifts it towards right field. Blake Perkins in line with it. He's there, makes the catch, and 1 down. The second inning is the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning, and if the Braves steal a base here in the bottom of the second, our contestant, Joseph D'Agostino, will win $650 in free marathon gas cards. You can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. 1 down in the second inning. You know, we were talking about Kyle Harrison there in the first inning, and this great pitching matchup, Harrison versus Sale. Pitch on the way to Harris, and there's a ball a little bit low and outside. We could see a strikeout showcase today. A lot of that depends on Harrison because he can do it in multiple ways, can he?
Oh, he certainly can.
1-0 to Harris, swung on, missed.
Yeah, we talked about that four-seamer being his main strikeout weapon at the top of the zone, but he also has a nasty slurve, and, you know, it's halfway between the slider and the curve, but it is sudden.
1-1, a little low, 2-1.
And where he really excels is tunneling those 2 pitches. They look exactly the same until about 2/3 of the way to the home plate. And one stays straight and rises. The other one breaks down and away from a lefty.
2-1 to Harris, low and outside, 3-1.
And we talked a lot last night about how these Brewers, they go find prospects from other people's organization and then take that uncut diamond, polish it up, and you get Kyle Harrison. He's really taken another step.
3-1 sent foul. Well, 3 starts ago, he had 12 strikeouts. In fact, he's had a double-digit strikeout total 3 times. So there might be some starts where he's 11, 12 strikeouts. Others, he's just 2 or 3.
Yeah, he's last couple games he's been a little shy on those strikeouts, but he does have the potential to go 10+.
3-2 fouled back.
Like I said, his worst start of the season, 2 starts ago against the Athletics, 8 earned runs. If you take that away from his 2.47 ERA, he's been probably top 2 or 3 pitchers in the league.
Yeah, definitely.
And after the guy we faced last night, you can see why they're in first place in the NL Central.
His only loss happened April 11th versus the Nationals. And the Brewers have gone 11-2 in his 13 starts. No score, bottom of the second. 3-2 to Harris. There's a called third strike. Fastball perfectly placed on the outside corner. 2 strikeouts now for Harrison.
Yeah, I think for Harrison, the biggest thing I noticed from last year that has improved is his fastball command. And there were some mechanical tweaks the Brewers did with him that allowed him to do that. And now his fastball is not only riding more through the zone, but he's putting it where he wants to.
Austin Riley takes the ball a little bit low and outside. You'll see pitchers tweak different pitches in their arsenal, making them a little bit better season by season. But you just mentioned something that really stands out to me. 1-0 pitch, there's a called strike. Is the best way, or maybe the quickest way for a pitcher to improve, is exactly that fastball location more than anything else?
Yeah, absolutely. Unless it's a well below average fastball, then it's not going to matter much.
1-1 to Riley. Check swing. The appeal didn't go. 2-1.
And he has a little bit of an outlier fastball. It's a low arm angle, sort of like Chris Sale, not quite as low. And those mechanical tweaks he did added 2.5 inches of rise on that. And you put those two together, and it's tough to square up.
Base is empty. 2 down on the 2-1 pitch. Riley swings and misses at the fastball.
Yeah, Austin's going to have a hard time with this fastball at top of the zone. It's got some giddy up there, so you have to be perfectly on time to contact it.
Looking for a 2-out base runner. No score at the bottom of the second inning. Harrison's 23rd pitch of the game is a called third strike. I mean, that came from around the corner, down the block from another neighborhood, and right in through the back door with that called third strike. So it's a 1-2-3 second. We'll go to the top of the third. No score.
McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Whether you're craving a Big Mac, McNuggets, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, make it a meal and save. Your favorite is now your wallet's favorite, too. Extra value meals are back.
For $5, get a Sausage McMuffin with egg extra value meal, complete with a Sausage McMuffin with egg, small premium roast coffee, and hash browns. Price and participation may vary. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing.
Did you know we're the #1 Toyota retailer in all of Georgia? The truth is, we've always felt like #1 because of the way we treat you, our guest. It's not just about great prices. It's about how you feel when you know with great confidence that you're being taken really good care of. And that's how you're treated every step of the way. Come see why Georgia made us #1. Beaver Toyota coming. I'm not kidding. We're going to wow you.
At Emory Healthcare, there's a whole team of people devoted to medicine that envisions the future, so you can do the same. When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. The power of second chances is here every day, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home. Emory Healthcare, the front line of care, the forefront of discovery. Visit emoryhealthcare.org/discover.
We're scoreless into the top of the third inning here in Atlanta. Braves and Brewers, matchup of 2 first-place teams. Hope you're having a great weekend, great Saturday. Myself, Darren O'Day, and about 39,000 of our closest friends. Got a big crowd here today. Joey Ortiz leads off for the Brewers. It's 9-1-2 in the order. First pitch from Sale in there for a called strike. I bet for a lot of these people, they didn't even leave last night. I mean, this place was so raucous last night. How could you not come back for more?
Yeah, this has been a fun series.
0-1 from Sale. Missed inside, 1-1. Yeah, last night was the 6th time the Braves won a game when scoring just 3 runs. Just shows you how good the pitching was last night. 1-1 to Ortiz. Missed inside.
And defense.
Yes.
Yeah, that game, if the Braves don't make some spectacular defensive plays last night, the Braves go home losers. So the little things matter.
Such a complete game. 2-1 pitch. Ortiz chops it up the first base line, taken on the second hop by Olsen. He's just going to barricade the first base line and put the tag on the incoming Joey Ortiz. And 1 down. Get Wi-Fi so reliable it never gets caught looking at one price for the next 5 years and same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity, imagine that. A win today would give the Braves back-to-back wins for the first time since winning 3 straight, June 5th, 6th, and 7th, versus the Pirates. They had a tough road trip and didn't get a whole lot better when they came back to see the Giants. There's a ball outside to Jackson Churio. Also that win last night ended a 6-game losing streak at home against the Brewers. Braves had not beaten them here since 2023, and they finally got over the top last night. 1-0 to Churio. He pops it foul into the seats down the first base line.
A win here today would, and a series win against the NL Central leading Brewers, I think, would help you forget about that little rough patch.
Sure would.
That the Braves went through and had a lot of people up in arms, debating how good this team is. Well, they're showing you how good they are.
1-1, send foul over down the third base line. No disrespect to Arizona, San Diego, Chicago, St. Louis. I think when, at least as far as this season goes, when you're facing Philadelphia, Milwaukee, and Los Angeles, you view them as the top contenders for what you want to accomplish. There's the 1-2 pitch. Churio with a hot shot out to short, backhanded by Mateo. Plants and throws over. Good throw, and 2 down. But finishing that thought, I think you view the National League running through those 4 teams with the Braves included.
Completely agree. And I could feel it last night. To me, last night, once you started seeing Martin Perez match zeros with Mizorowski, it started feeling more and more like a playoff game. And you could feel the tension in the stadium. Are we really going to beat this guy? And it was such a good indicator of where we could be in a few months.
2 down for Bryce Terang. First pitch slider low and outside. Yeah, last night a classic example of that's why you play the game. With Martin Perez beating Jacob Mizorowski. Pretty awesome. 1-0 on Bryce Terang. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Sales pitch, slice foul into the tarp down the left field line. For these Brewers, they're looking to avoid losing 3 straight for the first time since a 4-game skid all the way back April 22nd through 25th. Since then, they've won 32 of their last 47 games. 1-1 pitch. Terang takes a strike. Brewers lost the final game of their previous series versus Cleveland, and of course losing last night. And since that 4-game losing skid there in the end of April, they've had the best record in baseball over that stretch. Well, the Braves trying to cool them down here in Atlanta. 1-2 to Terang. Low and outside again with a slider. We're scoreless in the top of the third. There's been 1 hit in this game, a single by Perkins back in the 2nd inning. Sale at 50 pitches. His next bullet fired is a good one. Over for a called 3rd strike. He just locked up Terang. He has 4 strikeouts, and it's a 1-2-3 top of the 3rd. We go to the bottom of the inning. No score in Atlanta.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneous? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
When it comes to shipping, Saia Freight and Logistics delivers a grand slam. As the exclusive freight and logistics partner of the Atlanta Braves, Saia provides comprehensive nationwide service focused on customer satisfaction. For over a century, Saia has delivered the smart solutions and reliable shipping businesses both big and small depend on. When service is everything, it's a yes. Step up to the plate with Saia. Visit Saia.com. That's SAIA.com.
This Father's Day, put the focus on Dad's happy place, his garage. Shop more ways to organize, more ways to build, and more ways to spend time together with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. Get him a rolling toolbox or a wall-mounted organizer to keep it all in place. Or save on power tools like the Ryobi 2-tool driver drill combo kit for just $99. Make Father's Day about building something together with a little help from the Home Depot. Exclusions apply. See HomeDepot.com/price match for details.
At First Franklin Financial, we want to be your home team when you need extra cash. We offer fixed rates, friendly service, and fast funding. Visit 1FFC.com to learn more.
Seven, 8, 9 coming up with the Braves in the bottom of the third inning. We're scoreless here at Truist Park. Braves and the Brewers make it White, Bart, and Mateo versus this left-hander Kyle Harrison. 6 up and 6 down, 3 strikeouts for him. Fastball misses up and in, 1 ball and no strikes on Eli White. We're telling you about Kyle Harrison. Mentioned he's from California. He was a third-round pick of the Giants in 2020. Signed with San Francisco over his commitment to UCLA. Shows the slurve to Eli White. There's a called strike. And for Harrison, there is a Braves connection. His grandfather is Skip Gwynn, who pitched for the Braves in the 1968 season. That'll be pop foul into the seats along the first base line. And for Kyle Harrison, 4th season in the big leagues. This is his 56th appearance. Giants, Red Sox, now the Brewers, and he's finally found a home with Milwaukee. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Eli White. And he swings and tips it to the mitt for a strike and strikes him out. That's the 4th strikeout by Kyle Harrison. Folks, you need all the energy you can get for game day. At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference so you can save energy for the game. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. Veteran catcher Joey Bart climbing in. First trip to the plate as a Brave, takes the ball high and outside. He is a Georgia native out of Buford, went to Buford High School, and then played his college ball at Georgia Tech. Originally a first-round pick of the Giants. Bart takes a called strike. But a good acquisition for the Braves.
Yeah, absolutely. First-round talent. As we know, he's got a lot of tools, a lot of power, good throwing arm, good solid catcher.
1-1 to Bart, swung on miss. He's got to enjoy coming home, too.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's every kid's dream from the Atlanta area to play for the Braves. So I mentioned earlier, Chris Sale loves it here. It's hard to play here and not love it.
1-2. Bart takes ball low. Well, and you've proven that. You decided to live here after your play. You could have lived anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Bart. Harrison fires, and that's popped up. Shallow right field. Perkins going to trot in. Terang trotting out, and the right fielder's got it. And 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
I was just reading about Joey Bart. He was on the IL this year with a foot infection. I thought, maybe hangnail or he cut himself. They had to give him IV antibiotics and cast his foot to prevent any dirt or sweat from getting into the... So he was in bad shape.
Wow.
Earlier this season.
2 down for Jorge Mateo. Takes first pitch strike. No score, bottom of the 3rd. Well, glad he's healed up and now on the Braves roster. 0-1 to Mateo. Misses high and outside. 1-1. We've been talking about Harrison and what he's become with the Brewers. In his first 3 big league seasons, 42 appearances, he had 9 wins. He has 8 wins in just 13 appearances this year with Milwaukee. That's flipping a switch. That'll be swung on and missed, and the bat dropped by Mateo. That rolled down his leg and then rolled away from him towards the third baseline, picks it up. Home plate umpire Ryan Culpa sweeps the plate clean, 1-2. No score in the bottom of the third. Braves looking for their first base runner. 1-2 pitch. Off the plate there with a fastball. Light breeze, slightly tossing the flags out in right center field. 2-2 to Mateo. He goes down looking. That'll be challenged. Contreras is pretty confident. He's walking off the field now. He hits the brakes. Let's see what the ABS says. Half the team is on their way to the dugout. This is a strike. So the Braves lose a challenge. 9 up and 9 down with 3 perfect innings put together by Kyle Harrison. We go to the top of the fourth. Still no score.
It came from outer space.
No, it came from Grindhouse Killer Burgers.
The taste is out of this world.
Well, the taste is, but they're from Atlanta and now at Truist Park.
They are burgers you could die for.
But please don't. You can find Grindhouse Killer Burgers at Truist Park in the Outfield Market, sections 315 and 335. And now in the West End by the Works. Or at one of the other 5 Atlanta and Athens locations. You can even book our food truck to bring Grindhouse to your next event. Grindhouse Killer Burgers.
Live fast.
Eat well.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military. And the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education. Way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org. Helping warriors navigate to success after service.
Oil lights never come on at a good time.
Oh, come on!
You've got enough to juggle, so let Take 5 Oil Change handle it. Drive in and let our techs change your oil, check your tires, top off your fluids, and have you back on the road pit stop fast. All while you stay in your car. No putting your entire schedule on hold, no upsells, no problem. Take 5 has a special offer to our Atlanta and Charlotte area fans. Wear your Braves gear on Tuesdays to get 25% off your oil change. Find your nearest shop at take5.com.
Another pitcher's duel here in Atlanta. That's what we saw last night with the Braves prevailing 3-2 over the Brewers. We're scoreless into the top of the fourth inning today. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. It'll be Contreras leading it off for the Brewers. 3, 4, and 5 in their order. And it's also the Tidal Wave Auto Spa inning. Tidal Wave Auto Spa making Braves country clean car country all season long. More on that deal after this first pitch to Contreras. Sale at 51 pitches. And his first pitch here in the fourth is a ball outside. If the Braves pitch a scoreless fourth inning today, Tidal Wave will offer half off any monthly unlimited wash membership tomorrow. Learn more at TidalWaveAutospa.com/Braves. 1-0 to Contreras. Low and inside. Contreras, 28 years old, out of Venezuela. Of course, we know him well. Came up with the Braves. Started the All-Star game a couple of years ago. There's the 2-0 pitch on the way to William Contreras. There's a ball high. In 2024, Contreras became the third catcher in Brewers franchise history to start an All-Star game. Ted Simmons and Jonathan Lucroy, the other two. 3-0 pitch. Contreras takes a strike. Little crosswind breeze out there out of right center field, angling right at the left field foul pole, blowing over the top of the Braves bullpen. 3-1, fouled back into the screen.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to play with Contreras, and you could see the talent on the offensive side, the ability to drive the ball to the right center gap. I didn't know what a complete catcher he would become. He's become so good defensively, one of the best throwers in the league this season.
3-2. That'll be rocked into left field, a base hit. Turned on that fastball and shot it right over the shortstop, Jorge Mateo. Leadoff single for Contreras. Yeah, he's become a complete player and one of the best catchers in the league.
Yeah, and ability to handle a staff. Yeah, he's checked that box. The Brewers have one of the best pitching staffs in the league every year, and he's back there for the great majority of the game. So he's a good player. We certainly appreciate him from across the diamond.
Runner aboard for Gary Sanchez. Takes the first pitch ball low. Mentioned that the Brewers don't hit into many double plays. Sanchez has hit into 4 of them. He could be a candidate for one. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way from Sale. That's tipped into the mid of Joey Bart for a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, to say Gary Sanchez is slow is being generous. He's glacial.
Time him with a sundial. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to short. Mateo to Albies to Olsen. Sanchez running about as fast as a 3-legged turtle. And he hits into a double play.
I think you and I both could have beat him to first base there.
I mean, he was barely in the video board's camera frame by the time they got the ball to first base. So a double play hit into by Sanchez. 2 down for Andrew Vaughn. And Vaughn takes a called strike. Braves turned 1 double play last night. Andrew Vaughn, big swing and a miss there to slider. Suddenly nothing in 2. Trying to face the minimum here in the top of the 4th inning. No score, top of the 4th. Sale has 4 strikeouts. Vaughn's 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field. Sale deals. Misses high outside with a fastball coming in at 97. In the bottom of the 4th, Braves will have the top of the order. Dubon, Baldwin, and Olsen. Trying to solve Kyle Harrison at that point, who's gone 9 up and 9 down. 1-2. And he just wiped him out with a slider. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 5 for Sale. And he faces the minimum in the top of the 4th inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still no score. Atlanta sports fans, it's Ben Ingram. The long summer stretch of baseball is here, and every series counts. If you're hosting friends for backyard cookouts or watching the game outside, TimberTech decking is built for the season. Engineered with advanced innovation and resilience, it delivers the natural look of wood without the sanding, staining, or splinters. A deck built for game day, built for summer, and built to last. Order free samples or connect with a contractor near you at TimberTech.com. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Imagine parking your Lexus NX in front of a cafe, but you're not in the driver's seat. You're outside, virtually parking it with your phone. As your finger glides over the touchscreen, the NX makes another precision move. The Lexus NX, featuring available advanced park with remote park. Any car that doesn't offer this sense of control is a car that stops short of amazing. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Always pay attention to vehicle surroundings during use. Remote park requires operator to have key fob and interact with compatible smartphone. Review owner's manual instructions before operating.
As the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves, the original Louisiana hot sauce is here to make sure all your favorite ballpark eats can't be beat. It's like a beautifully balanced 5-tool power hitter made with peppers, vinegar, and salt, bringing the right kind of heat for whatever's going on the grill. Hot dogs, burgers, and all those fully loaded brats. Grab the original Louisiana hot sauce for a taste that always hits. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
Hurry and play Cash for today to instantly win an extra $444. Now through June 30th, only from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
Braves nothing, Brewers nothing. Into the bottom of the 4th inning. Top of the order for the Braves. Dubon, Baldwin, and Olsen. Alongside Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram here with you. First pitch all the way to Mauricio. He's swinging, fouls it back. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network. Next pitch is softly tapped back to the mound. Gloved by Harrison. Throws over to first, gets the out. 10 up and 10 down for Kyle Harrison. By the way, that was a clean top of the fourth inning. That means today is a clean inning car wash celebration day at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Stop by any Tidal Wave location tomorrow. Get half off any unlimited wash membership for the first month. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for more information. Drake Baldwin takes a called strike. Boy, Kyle Harrison at the top of his game right now. That was just his 40th pitch as he's retired 10 straight. Baldwin, a check swing. They appeal. Didn't go. 1-1.
Yeah, the second time through the order will be a good indicator of whether the Braves are going to be able to make an adjustment to Harrison or if he's going to continue to have his way with them. 5 strikeouts through the first 9 batters of his outing.
1-1, fouled back, 1-2.
And if he keeps this fastball command that he's had thus far, I think that's going to be challenging because he's putting that nasty four-seamer, whatever quadrant of the zone he wants.
These players now seeing him for the second time. Baldwin 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 1-2 pitch. Low and outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, in the lineup today, Michael Harris in there for the first time in a few days. Of course, Drake Baldwin just came back from the IL this week. 2-2 pitch. Check swing, he went. Slurve perplexed him. And then strikeout number 6 for Harrison. 2 down. I tell you what I think all the Braves country wants to see, among other things, just a sustained stretch of Harris and Baldwin and eventually Acuna in there healthy for a long way.
Yeah.
And just what that could look like. All 3 have had some injuries this season. Matt Olson takes the ball low and outside. No score, bottom of the 4th. 1-0 to Olson, and he hits it well to center. Going back, Mitchell. Shy of the warning track, squares up to it, makes the catch, and down they go. 1, 2, 3. So 12 in a row sat down by Harrison. We go to the top of the 5th. Still no score.
Real Braves fans know a reliable outfield is key to winning games. Braves fans also know that when it comes to buying their next new vehicle, they can always rely on Landmark Auto Group. With Georgia's best deals on new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, and 3 convenient locations in Morrow, Atlanta, and Athens, you're never too far from a Landmark store. Or shop us online at shoplandmarkcars.com. Landmark Auto Group, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Always the best deal, always.
Hey friends, Jim Chastain from Georgia's ASW Distillery here. Just like the Braves, we had an exciting offseason. Not only was our Fiddler Wheated Bourbon named a top 25 bourbon last year, but our Fiddler Encore Georgia Oak also won Best Small Batch Bourbon of the Year at the World Championship of Spirit competitions. And look out for roster additions this summer with Fiddler Big Green Egg Bourbon and Fiddler Chin Music Curveball Edition, our collaboration with the Braves. These will be at your local bottle shops across Georgia, Tennessee, South Carolina, and all of Braves country. Go Braves!
Oil lights never come on at a good time.
Oh, come on!
You've got enough to juggle, so let Take 5 Oil Change handle it. Drive in and let our techs change your oil, check your tires, top off your fluids, and have you back on the road pit stop fast. All while you stay in your car. No putting your entire schedule on hold, no upsells, no problem. Take 5 has a special offer to our Atlanta and Charlotte area fans. Wear your Braves gear on Tuesdays to get 25% off your oil change. Find your nearest shop at take5.com.
Scoreless into the top of the 5th. Perkins, Mitchell, and Pratt due up for Milwaukee. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute, one of the nation's leading and largest cancer programs. Northside is built to beat cancer. These 2 pitchers dueling, Sale and Harrison, in a stalemate in the top of the 5th inning. Perkins single to the 2nd inning, shows bunt, pulls back, takes a strike. Riley and Olson ready to charge down the line in case he dropped one down. 0-1. 65 pitches for Sale. 42 strikes. Lefty deals. Up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Just thinking about Chris Sale has been in the league for a long, long time, since 2010. He's been in the major leagues since Harrison was 8.
Wow.
And so at some point in Harrison's life, he looked up to Chris Sale.
1-1 in for a called strike.
And for any left-handed pitcher, there's only so many lefties in the league you can aspire to be, and Chris Sale's a pretty popular one. So I imagine Harrison has a little extra motivation here today against Chris Sale.
1-2, popped up. Drifting back into shallow left, Riley and Mateo. This will be Mateo's ball, 1 stride from the foul line. About 30 feet back of the infield cutout, 1 down. You think about the last 25 years in Major League Baseball, and I think you can make the argument that Sale is one of the top 2 or 3 lefties that we've seen in our game. I think Kershaw and Sale would be right there at the top of the list.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and with Harrison's arm angle, he's much closer to Sale than Kershaw. So
Yes.
I imagine he spent some time in the backyard or at practice imagining he's the guy he's pitching against today.
No score in the 5th. Garrett Mitchell sends 1 foul. Well, I thought this was a really interesting note. We were, before the game, talking about the great pitching matchup last night, and we've continued that today. That's been the theme of this series, the terrific pitching. And with the Braves winning last night versus Mizorowski, and Mizorowski throwing 100 miles an hour and higher just about all night long, the Braves became the first team in the pitch tracking era, that's since 2008, to record at least 5 hits in a game on pitches 100 miles an hour or faster. So they figured it out last night, as much as you can, I guess, versus 100-mile-an-hour heat. That'll be swung on and missed. And what I'm getting at is, if they were able to do it last night, hopefully they'll find a way to crack the code of Kyle Harrison in this game.
Yeah, they made Mizorowski work a little bit in the second half of his outing. Kyle Harrison has not hit any kind of little speed bump yet so far, but I'm confident the Braves will figure out a way to do that.
0-2 to Mitchell. Fouled back. And it'd be one thing if your pitcher was giving up runs and then you feel really defeated and it's kind of takes some air out of the balloon. But with Sale matching him, I mean, you're right in this thing. If you can just find one inning where you break through, that could be the difference in the game. No score in the top of the 5th. 0-2 to Mitchell. Just missed with a fastball high.
Yeah, that's the beauty of having Chris Sale on the mound, right? A solo home run could win this game. As good as these 2 pitchers are. And that Braves bullpen down there pretty stingy as well.
Sale spins the 1-2. Have a seat. Wiped him out with a slider. 2 down in the top of the 5th inning. 6 strikeouts for Chris Sale. Both pitchers have 6 strikeouts. Now Cooper Pratt up to the plate. Pratt's 0 for 1, just 21 years old, out of Senatobia, Mississippi. First pitch on the way to Pratt, and he swings, and it's a fly ball to left field. Coming in Dubon, slows, he's there, and makes the catch in medium depth left field. Another 1-2-3 inning. Chris is 4 of those through 5 innings. We go to the bottom of the 5th, no score.
Braves fans, when you listen to the game, you know there's more happening than what shows up on the box score. The same is true after a truck crash. These cases aren't like car accidents. Different rules, different playbook. I'm attorney John Foy, the strong arm. I know how trucking companies move fast to protect themselves and what they hope you never find out. If you've been hit by a big truck, you need someone who's ready to step up and swing for the fences. Make the right call. Attorney John Foy and Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Jeff Francoeur here to talk with you about your car insurance. You got to have it, so you might as well work with a company you can feel good about. As a farmer, I know the value in buying local and eating local. Partnering with Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance is an investment in your community and in our access to food grown in Georgia. Because they're local, the service and response time is excellent. Get a quote at gfbinsurance.com.
1966, 2 legends rolled onto the scene. The Atlanta Braves and the Ford Bronco SUV. Same relentless drive, same legendary grit.
This is Michael Harris II.
Go deep on your next adventure with the power and off-road capability of a Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV. For great offers, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves.
Bronco and Bronco Sport are trademarks of Ford or its affiliates. All rights reserved.
Omni Hotel at the Battery Atlanta, the official hotel partner of the Atlanta Braves, steps from Truist Park. Book now and take advantage of available rates and offers at omnihotels.com/Battery Atlanta.
Bottom of the fifth inning in a pitcher's duel in Atlanta. No score. Kyle Harrison will be facing Albies Harrison Riley for the Braves here in the fifth inning. Lefty back to work. First pitch swinging and missing. Ozzie Albies. 12 up and 12 down for Kyle Harrison. He has 6 strikeouts. A 1 from the lefty. Reach and a miss. Boy, funny swing there.
Harrison's throwing 70% of his fastballs inside the strike zone. So he's not messing around. He's coming right at these Braves, but he's really doing a good job working the fringes of the zone as well.
0-2 in the air to right field with some carry. Perkins going to go back. That continues a carry. That's at the wall. Good! It's a homer! Ozzie just hit one into the chop house, just on the cap of the bricks in right field. And the Braves do break through, leading 1-0 in the fifth. That's exactly what we were talking about in the top of the inning. And it's really funny that that homer comes after the swing that he had on the changeup.
No, that's the truth. Yeah, no-hitter gone, perfect game gone, shutout gone. That's the beauty of having Chris Sale on the mound. He can keep the game as close as you want it for somebody to get a chance to break through there.
11th homer of the season for Ozzie. That pitch will be swung on and missed. And with that home run by the Braves, you'll save $100 on sets of Goodyear and Cooper tires Monday only. Plus a free alignment and a free oil change at Tire Discounters. There's a call strike on Harris. Home run, save Braves fans money all season long. Claim your coupon at tirediscounters.com/Braves. A wall scraper to right. And a run up on the board for the first time. 0-2 pitch. Harris bangs it foul. I think we also have to make that the truest play of the game. Just because anything was so hard to come by, and the first thing the Braves get is a homer. 0-2 pitch. Harris takes the ball outside. Brought to you by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC. 1-2. Low it outside. 2-2. 1-0 Braves, bottom of the fifth.
Yeah, that Albies home run left the bat at just 97 miles an hour. You know, that's not the velocity we're used to seeing.
Harris with a fly ball to center. Garrett Mitchell going to go back to the warning track. Circles off his route. Makes the catch. One away here in the fifth inning.
And would only be a home run in 18 out of 30 parks. Thank you, Truist Park.
Yeah, good thing we're playing here today.
That's right.
Folks, you ever wonder what a home run tastes like? Well, it's a little peppery, a little tangy, and a lot like the original Louisiana hot sauce. The official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. It's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. One out for Austin Riley. And Austin swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. That was RBI number 38 for Ozzie Albies. Austin takes a fastball low and in. So Harrison had retired 12 in a row. Then Ozzie clipped him into the first row of the chop house. That'll be popped up to right. Coming in is Perkins, going out to Rang, and Perkins drifting to his right makes the catch in very shallow right field, 2 away. So now the Braves hand Chris Sale a 1-run lead at least. And Chris is the kind of guy that if he's on, I mean, he can make 1 run feel like 2 or 3 to the opposing team. Eli White at check swing. He did go 0-1. Yeah, to back your point about how last night felt like a playoff atmosphere, You had that same feeling today. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's off the plate, 1-1. And the reason is because the magnitude of just one run and how it feels.
Yeah, you're absolutely right with that.
Harrison's 1-1. Eli pulls it out to third. That'll be gobbled up by Joey Ortiz. He throws over, not in time. That's one of the quickest men in the league, burning a path down the first base line, and Ortiz couldn't get it over there in time. 2-out single.
Boy, I just love to see that. 2 nights in a row, the speed of Eli White and Jorge Mateo come into play a huge factor in these games. That could be the at-bat that extends the inning. Maybe Joey Bart does something special here.
Either way, you tack on some extra pitches onto the arm of Kyle Harrison. Eli, good lead at first base. First pitch to Bart. He swings and hits it to the air to center. Mitchell going to go back. Mitchell at the edge of the warning track, and he's under it for the out. Hit it to the deepest part of the yard. But a homer by Ozzie Albies gives the Braves the lead here in the 5th inning. We go to the top of the 6th, 1-0 Braves.
Hey, this is Jaron Solomon from Solomon Brothers Jewelers. People ask me all the time, what does it mean to be the preferred jeweler of the Atlanta Braves? And it means a lot to the Solomon family. I'm born and raised here in Atlanta, Georgia, and more importantly, I'm a Southeast kid. And the Atlanta Braves have meant everything to me growing up. They're a fabric of their community. We believe we're a fabric of this community. And being associated with the Atlanta Braves has truly been an honor, and we really appreciate it. Go Braves.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Hey Braves fans, make sure you're hitting on all cylinders this season. Stop by Valvoline Instant Oil Change for home run service. Just slide on in, no appointment necessary. You'll get a winning oil change in about 15 minutes so you can get cruising on I-75 in time to root for your Braves. So whether you're heading to Truist Park or back to home base, trust the team at Valvoline Instant Oil Change to get you there. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
One nothing Braves rolling into the top of the 6th inning alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves with America's largest network of parts and care. Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. An Ozzie Albies homer in the 5th inning, the only run of the game thus far. Chris Sale will face Ortiz, Churio, and Terang here in the top of the 6th inning. 2 finals around Major League Baseball. The Reds throttled the Yankees 10-2 in the Bronx. And the Tigers outlasted the White Sox 4-1 in Detroit. And there are a handful of other games underway right now. That's a look at our Saya out-of-town scoreboard. Here's the first pitch all the way to Joey Ortiz. Takes first pitch strike. All those scores delivered to you by Saya, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. Blue Jays leading the Cubs 8-6 on the top of the 9th at Wrigley. Padres have a 1-0 lead on the Rangers in the 5th inning in Texas. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ball a little bit low and outside. Marlins and Giants tied at 2 in the 4th in Miami. Rays and Nationals tied at 2 in the 3rd in Tampa. And everything else will be under the lights later on this evening, including Philadelphia and New York getting together at 7:15. 1-1 to Ortiz. Big swing and a miss at a slider. Sale looking for his 7th strikeout. 1-2 to Ortiz. That is a beautiful slider. $1 million pitch right there that froze Ortiz. Strikeout number 7, 1 down.
Hanging in the Louvre. Ortiz, that's got to be so frustrating as a hitter. It's so much lateral break on that. It's almost impossible to pull the trigger when Sale locates that sweepy slider like that.
It happens so late you can't even foul it off just to spoil it. Back to the top of the order to Jackson Chourio. Missed outside there with the first pitch changeup. 1-0 Braves in the 6th. Both teams have 2 hits apiece. Brewers have 2 singles. Braves have a homer and a single. There's a called strike with a slider. Next pitch will be the 80th. Correction, that was the 80th by Sale. Here comes number 81. Touch low with a sinker. So for Chris at 81 pitches, he'd love to get through at least 6, maybe even give a crack at the 7th. Facing a tough hitter in Chourio. 2-1, fouled back into the screen.
Yeah, I'd say Sale's enjoying throwing to Joey Bart behind the dish. I mean, this is some big-time stuff he's got. He's locating it. Great pitch sequencing, which is the responsibility of Bart. And hopefully, as you mentioned, it continues for a little while longer.
Cuts loose at 2-2. That'll be fouled back. It's got to be such a joy for these catchers to, first and foremost, just be a battery mate of Chris, but also to have a front row seat to how spectacular he is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he's got great stuff, and he could get by just on stuff, but what makes him exceptional is he knows how to command it as well.
2-2 to Chourio. Line drive and a base hit past a lunging Jorge Mateo. Went diving for it to his right. Chourio's first hit of the game, his second of the series. And another part of that, too, is for all these catchers, I'm sure they've caught some really, really good pitchers along the way in their careers. That's certainly the case for Bart. But I don't know that you've ever caught anyone like Chris before, because he's just so fabulously freaky in a way that's all his own.
That's a good point.
Bryce Terang, the batter. He swings and sends it foul. So you've caught other dominant pitchers, but nobody who's quite like Chris.
Yeah, unless you've caught Randy Johnson.
Yeah.
That's really the only other comp I could think of.
1-0 Braves, top of the 6th. Terang 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. 0-1 low and outside with a fastball. Sale set right at the belly. Left on left matchup. Here it is to Terang. There's a called strike. Fastball 97. Again, a homer by Ozzie Albies, the only run of the game. Able to just sneak it out into the chop house for the game's only run. 1-2 to Terang. Low and outside, 2-2.
There's only 2 lefties in this Brewers starting lineup, Terang and Garrett Mitchell. And those 2 lefties thus far, 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. I love it when the other team's best hitters are lefties on Chris Sale's start day.
He fires. Missed outside with a fastball. That was close. So now a full count on Terang. This is a big pitch coming up right here. Chourio, the runner at first base. He has 5 steals this season. Held by Olsen. He's going 3-2. Ground ball out to second. Ozzie throws to second late, and they have to hold on to it. Ozzie just couldn't get rid of that ball. He was going to his right, and after briefly fumbling it, tried to toss it to Mateo, and by the time he did, Chourio was coming in right on the wheels of Mateo, and he beats the play.
Yeah, thinking along with Ozzie there, Mateo's, it was going to be a close play at second with Chourio running, but Mateo's got such a strong arm, he can still get that out at first. Unfortunately, Mateo dropped the ball in the transfer from glove to hand, so no outs were gotten on a play where you'd expect at least one.
Jeremy Hefner, Braves pitching coach, out there giving a visit to the battery of Sale and Bart. Runners at first and second, 1 out. William Contreras 1 for 2, and certainly one of the more dangerous hitters in the lineup for the Brewers. He and Churio probably the two bats that you fear the most in their lineup. And now he gets a crack at it with the tying run in scoring position, just one out. Sale at 90 pitches. Pumps in the first pitch, and there's a called strike. Getting ahead with a first pitch sinker. One nothing Braves, top of the sixth. 0-1 pitch. A little bit low inside with a slider, 1-1. Brewers likely feel about this situation the same way the Braves felt about their sixth inning situation last night, where when the Braves had Ozzie and Olsen, Smith, and Dubon up, you're thinking this might be the only chance to get the rest of the game. 1-1 liner into right field in for a base hit. Hitting the bag at third, Churio, they will hold him. He's not going to run on Eli White like he did last night. So the base hit by Contreras loads the bases. So after the strikeout of Ortiz, it's gone single, followed by the fielder's choice that got Churio down to second and Terang to first. And then Contreras with that single.
Yeah, that throw from left field last night, Eli White in ninth inning to save the game. That was his hardest outfield assist of his career, 95.3. So he's got a very strong throwing arm. That made Brewers third base coach Matt Erickson think twice there.
So now the bases are loaded, one down for Sanchez, who's already hit into a double play in this game, takes a first pitch strike. And that has to be on the infielders' minds and Sale's mind right here, trying to execute here in the sixth inning what took place back in the fourth inning. We know that Sanchez is no track star. The 0-1 pitch. Check swing. On appeal, he did not go. 1-1. Braves have some action in the bullpen. Didier Fuentes up and tossing. Meanwhile, Sale's 1-1 pitch and a fly ball to right field. Eli White over to his left. Momentum under it. Makes the catch. Churio tagging from third. Here's the throw from right field, and it's slightly off the mark, and a run scores. Jackson Churio able to dash to the plate and score to tie the game. Also tagging was Bryce Terang. He goes second and third. And today, Eli's throw not as accurate as last night. It had Bart drifting to the left-hand batter's box side of the plate. And a game tied at 1 now in the sixth inning. So 2 down for Andrew Vaughn. Now he's trying to give the Brewers the lead. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Vaughn is 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout. First pitch in for a called strike. What really stands out this inning is not getting an out on the ball put into play by Terang. Game tied at 1 in the top of the sixth. This will be pitch number 98 by Sale. A 1 to Vaughn. Low and outside.
Yeah, we talked earlier in the broadcast about how razor thin the margins are when you're playing a good team like the Brewers. And there's no runs to spare here. You can't just go into the batter's box and make it up. Facing a very good pitcher in Kyle Harrison.
One to the plate. Fouled back 1-2. That fastball 99 on his 99th pitch of the game. So you know that Sale is ready to breathe fire here and blow one by him, strike him out, and get through this jam. Meanwhile, Fuentes continues to toss to the Braves bullpen. 1-2 on Andrew Vaughn. Here, not a bad idea with the slider. Counted 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down on Vaughn. Vaughn with a flyout and one of those strikeouts that Sale has accumulated. Now Chris idling off to the side of the rubber, tug of the cap. Now left foot on the third base side of the rubber. Set right of the belly. 2-2 pitch. That's popped up towards shallow center. Coming in Michael Harris. He can't get there. A bloop base hit into center field by Andrew Vaughn. The Brewers have taken the lead. So softly hit into center, and you're thinking Harris would have time to get there. But just a little blooper. And it's a base hit for Vaughn. Base 2-1 Brewers. And here comes Walt Weiss.
So you wonder if the sore back Michael Harris has been dealing with played into that no catch there. I thought he had it.
Normally does, that's for sure. First to third for William Contreras. That'll be it for Sale. Braves make the arrow. Exterminators call to the bullpen. Make the right call. Protect your home and business from pests by calling 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. Brilliant work by Chris Sale. Tell you about Didier Fuentes when we come back. 2-1 Brewers in the sixth.
The sweet taste of summer is back, and it starts with real sweet Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms. Just like baseball, Vidalia onions are an all-American tradition grown only in South Georgia. From backyard cookouts to five-star meals, real sweet Vidalias are sweet enough to enjoy raw and versatile enough for just about every dish. And with one onion, that does it all. You're getting real value in every bite. Schumann Farms Real Sweet Vidalia onions in stores now through Labor Day. Make every day real sweet with Schumann Farms.
Hey Braves fans, everyday injuries happen on and off the field. But when you're hurt on the job, it can be tough to get back in the game quickly. I'm attorney John Foy, the strong arm. Workers' comp should cover your medical bills and lost wages, but some companies won't play fair. That's why we make them. We know the rules, your rights, and how to get you every benefit you deserve. Make the right call. Attorney John Foy & Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Digging, grading, tilling, and mowing. A tractor that works as hard as you do. Discover new possibilities at yanmartractor.com.
Still at the top of the sixth, Brewers have plated 2 runs this inning to make the score 2-1. Chris Sale finished for the day after 5 2/3. On to relieve him, 20-year-old right-hander Didier Fuentes. Fuentes has appeared in 20 games, 19 of those as a reliever. In those 19 appearances, he's 4-0 with a 1.08 ERA and a bunch of other really good numbers. Didier has not pitched since the 13th, when he pitched 1 inning with 3 strikeouts. That's a long layoff for a young reliever, probably feeling pretty good.
Didier Fuentes will now face Jake Bowers, who will be pinch hitting for Blake Perkins. We saw Bowers last night, left-handed hitter, takes a fastball over inside. That fastball coming in at 100. And we have seen some pitchers dazzle that radar gun in this series. Now a pinch runner coming along for the Brewers. This will be Sal Frelick, pinch running for Andrew Vaughn. 2 down in the top of the 6th inning. It's a 2-1 lead for the Brewers. One to Bowers. There's a ball inside. So when we go to the bottom of the inning, we'll see Bowers take over at first base defensively and Frelick go to right field most likely. But it's in the hands of Didier Fuentes to keep it a 1-run deficit. Brewers have struck for 2 runs here in the top of the 6th. 2-0 to Bowers. Missed inside with a fastball. Now 3 balls and no strikes, and if he walks him, they'd have the bases loaded for Garrett Mitchell. Young right-hander. Kicks and fires. There's a called strike. Last night, Jake Bowers came along to pinch hit in the 8th inning and walked. And was stranded at first base when the inning ended. Now he's trying to drive in a run from third base. Contreras, the runner at third base. Frelick over there at first base. 3-1 pitch, fouled back. It was right on that fastball. Fuentes trying to battle all the way back. Big moment in the game right here. Runs have been so difficult to come by, not just in this game, but last night as well. And the Brewers know how big that run could be at third should they drive him in. Three-two pitch, swung on, missed, battled all the way back, and struck him out with a fastball drifting in under the hands. So he strikes out Bowers, but the Brewers strike for 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We're off to the bottom of the 6th inning, 2-1 Milwaukee.
Hello, this is Mary at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
Hey, I dreamed I'd be ready for college way ahead of time.
And now you're way behind?
Yes, and I have no idea how I'll get it all done on time and in my budget.
Well, luckily, IKEA has everything you need to make it your space on your budget. And with everything ready to take away from our stores with Click and Collect, it's easier than ever.
That's convenient.
Exactly. Get IKEA whenever, wherever, however at IKEA.us. IKEA, dream the possibilities.
The walk-off home run, the buzzer beater, the photo finish. That feeling when everything lines up and you get what you need just when you need it. It feels unbelievable in sports, but when it comes to your finances, it makes you feel unstoppable. Visit Truist.com today to see how having the tools you need and a great team by your side can help you take your game to the next level. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
The sweet taste of summer is back, and it starts with real sweet Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms. Just like baseball, Vidalia onions are an all-American tradition grown only in South Georgia. From backyard cookouts to 5-star meals, real sweet Vidalias are sweet enough to enjoy raw and versatile enough for just about every dish. And with one onion, that does it all. You're getting real value in every bite. Schumann Farms Real Sweet Vidalia onions in stores now through Labor Day. Make every day real sweet with Schumann Farms.
Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network is lit by the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. Bring the heat.
Two-one lead for the Brewers into the bottom of the 6th inning. We do have a scoring change from the action there at the top of the inning. And a few changes for the Brewers. There's a called strike on Jorge Mateo. On the ball put into play by Bryce Terang, which was just a straight-up fielder's choice as it was originally ruled. They're now charging an error to Ozzie Albies. Mateo swings and hits it in the air to center field. Garrett Mitchell drifting to his left. He's there, makes the catch. And one away in the bottom of the 6th inning. So it's an error that allows Churio to reach second base. So the official score from the top of the 6th inning, 2 unearned runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. And you and I believe that's the right call and thought that from the get-go.
Yes, absolutely.
One down for Mauricio Dubon, takes a called strike. By the way, as we suspected, Jake Bowers remains in the game, goes to first base. Sal Frelick remains in the game in right field. 0-1 pitch. Check swing by Dubon, did not go. 1-1.
And Ozzie's been so good at second base this season. What a great bounce back for him. He's been so sure-handed out there. I think he got caught in between the decision where to throw that ball.
Ball low to Dubon, 2-1.
Right, because it was a close play at second. He didn't know whether to go to second or first, and just took a little lapse of concentration and bobbled the ball.
Yeah, it really handcuffed him. 2-1 Brewers, bottom of the 6th. And Dubon takes a ball high. By the way, 6th inning, it's the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. If the Braves hit a homer here in the bottom of the 6th, our contestant, Jacqueline Rogers in Atlanta, won $2,950. 3-1 pitch. Dubon takes a called strike. If you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. Kyle Harrison is up to 69 pitches in the game as he continues to work here in the 6th inning. 3-2 pitch, pop foul into the seats down the right field line, still 3-2. Braves have gotten to Harrison for 1 run on 2 hits, a homer by Albies and an infield single by Eli White. And that has been all. 3-2. Dubon fouls it back. Well, Mauricio is 0 for 2 in this game in his last 13 games entering the action today. Batting .300 right on the nose. 15 for his last 50 with 4 homers. A lot of that damage with men on base. 3-2, got him looking. Well, that's nasty. 97, bottom of the zone, and that completely fooled Mauricio.
Yeah, that good ride Harrison has on his fastball. To the hitter, it makes that fastball look like it's going to sink down out of the zone and be ball 4. But the spin he puts on it resists gravity, and it just ticks the bottom corner of the box.
Drake Baldwin with a hard smash out to first. Glove by Jake Bauers. Steps on the bag. It's another 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Harrison. He has been superb. We go to the top of the 7th. 2-1 Brewers.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military, and the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org. Helping warriors navigate to success after service.
When you open a Corona, you hear the sounds of wherever you are a little differently. A little more Corona. And you think to yourself, why am I just listening? Corona, La Playa awaits. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Nothing is quite as American as supporting the home team. At Quikrete, it's what we've been doing for over 80 years, making products that give homeowners and contractors the confidence to quickly and easily knock out their to-do list. So, whether you need a set a fence post, make a repair, or replace your patio, you can count on the yellow bag of Quikrete concrete mix to help you get the job done right. Pick up the Quikrete yellow bag at your favorite home improvement center. Quikrete, it's what America's made of.
Starting to get late in this one. We go to the top of the 7th inning. It's a 2-1 lead for the Brewers. They'll have 7, 8, 9 coming up versus Fuentes in the top of the 7th inning. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Garrett Mitchell leads off for the Brewers here at the top of the 7th. First pitch, tapped foul. That final line on Chris Sale, 5 2/3, 2 runs, neither earned. 5 hits, a walk, 7 strikeouts. He was terrific. A 1 to Mitchell. Ball outside, 1-1. Braves got a homer from Ozzie Albies in the 5th. Brewers with 2 unearned runs in the top of the 6th. 1-1 pitch. Mitchell fouls it back. Hey, did you get you some steak in between innings?
I had a nibble. Yes, I did.
How was it?
That was pretty darn good. Traditionally ballpark food is hot dogs and peanuts, but they've elevated that a little bit here at Truist Park.
They got a special delivery here in the booth. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ball outside, 2-2. Vice Steak Bar from Milton, Georgia. Dropped off some meat for us. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way from Fuentes to Mitchell. Low and outside, 3-2. Yeah, Vice Steak Bar created by a few local guys who have their own American Wagyu cattle and also a processing facility up in Ellijay. We got some friends up there. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Now time called. These guys have a butcher shop in Johns Creek called Vice Kitchen. And now steakhouse and smash burger placed in downtown Crabapple, Georgia. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That'll be fouled back. And yeah, they dropped off a winner in the back of our booth.
I think it was a big old tomahawk ribeye. When you're done eating it, you could defend yourself with the bone in case somebody tries to eat your dessert.
It's like a saber made out of a bone. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way to Mitchell. Fuentes fires. That'll be lifted towards left field, deep down the line, slicing towards the sidewall, and over to give it a look is Dubon. That's into the stands for a foul ball. Yeah, I'm going to have to see if I can find something to take some of that home with me. It might be dinner tonight.
Yeah, it'd be hard to beat.
Again, the 3-2. Fouled back. Yeah, get a comeback win in this one. Get home, have some steak, pack for the road trip.
Boom.
A little bit of prep. Hit the sack. That's a good night.
Nice little Saturday.
Again, the 3-2. Line drive out to Ozzie. Makes a collarbone high catch. One down in the top of the 7th inning. In between innings, it'll be the 7th inning stretch brought to you by the Warrior Alliance. And the Warrior Alliance is stepping up at the plate to help Warriors navigate to success after military service. Visit thewarrioralliance.org to learn more.
You mean you don't face a barrage of Nerf darts when you walk in the house like I do?
It's the shock of my life if I do. Cooper Pratt takes a called strike. Never mind the Nerf darts. Where do these kids come from? Cooper Pratt check swing. He went 0-2.
Yeah, that's how my day started today. The first thing I did, I walk out there before I even coffee. There was looking down the barrel of a Nerf rifle. That's how my day begins and ends.
You come to work to relax.
That's right.
There's the 0-2 to Pratt. That's fouled off into the second level. Brewers leading 2-1. We're in the top of the 7th. Tomorrow's finale here in this series will be a 1:35 Eastern first pitch. That will be Bryce Elder and Robert Gasser.
Great pitcher name.
That's a perfect pitcher name. 0-2. A little lob shot in the right field, down for a base hit. Cooper Pratt now 1 for 3 after that single. You have all these great pitchers in this series. The guy with the best names, the guy who's 0-3 with a 4.88 ERA, Robert Gasser. When your last name is Gasser, you really don't have much of a choice as to what you're going to be when you grow up one day.
Yeah, you better throw hard too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be a knuckleballer and have the last name Gasser.
Runner goes, pitch to Ortiz, and a ground ball through the right side base hit. Pratt flying around second base. He'll make his way to third. He was on the move, and that was perfectly placed by Ortiz. And the vacated spot left by Ozzie, who was going to his right to cover the bag.
Yeah, that was a perfectly executed hit and run there. Brewers' team speed is off the charts. 3rd in the major leagues in stolen bases. And you get Pratt started there. Stay out of the double play and get some action going. As a baseball fan, it's a beautiful thing to watch. I hate that it was the other team.
Right.
But it was nicely executed.
It's now 7 hits for the Brewers. 5 of them in the last 2 innings. Now Jackson Churio on the plate. Churio takes the ball outside. Infield about halfway in. Braves down 2-1 in the top of the 7th. 2-1 in the. Now time called as Joey Bart's going to trot out there to the mound. Ozzie Albies coming in as well. Ozzie translating for Joey Bart. The entire infield's in there now.
See, this is where I think it's more challenging to have a new catcher behind the plate. Because you know you're going to catch Chris Sale, right? And you have lots of time to sit down with him and get on the same page. A little more challenging. You don't know what relievers you're going to face that day. I'm sure that Bart and Fuentes have talked about how Fuentes likes to work, but a little bit taller mountain to climb there with these relievers.
Ready now on the 1-0 pitch on the way to Churio. Fouled off into the seats along the first base line. I'll tell you what was interesting about that. Bart went out there, delivered his message, making sure that Ozzie and also Jorge Mateo could hear him. And then he went back to the plate as they were translating the message to Fuentes. 1-1 pitch. Outside 2-1. So by the time Bart was getting to the plate, Fuentes just getting that message. 2-1 on Jackson Churio. He singled and scored in the 6th inning. 2-1 pitches fouled back into the screen. 2-2.
We talked last night about the long layoffs the back end of the Braves bullpen has had. A lot of these guys pitching last night, 5 days of rest. Fuentes, 6 days of rest. That's a challenge for a reliever at this level. You're used to getting consistent work.
Good lead at first by Ortiz. Not going. 2-2. Line drive. Scoop by Riley. And he has one play across the diamond to first base. Gets it out, but a run scores. It was on him so quickly, I thought he might come to the plate as Pratt had taken off. And he had looked to second initially to think about starting a double play, but couldn't do that, and then went to first base for the out. That is now a 3-1 lead for the Brewers. I think the Braves want to check to see if he actually caught it. Walt Weiss out there visiting with Ron Kulpa. Ooh, that's close.
That's one of those plays used to give me nightmares as a third baseman back in high school when I was still allowed to play the field, because there's 3 different places you can throw it, and you try to have your mind made up where your play is going to be, and that's a tough one on a third baseman.
So Ortiz at second after the run scored. 2 down, 3-1 Brewers. Here's Bryce Terang. And Terang takes a called strike. I mean, watching that replay as Austin is reaching to his right, it's like the ball hit the ground and the webbing of the glove at the same time in a very, very short skip. Just kissed the dirt and into the leather. A 1-cent foul. Because if he catches that out of the air, that's an easy double play.
Mm-hmm.
RBI number 29 for Jackson Churio. 0-2 hit in the air to right field in line with Eli White. Lunges forward, makes a chest-high catch. There's the third out. But a run for the Brewers on a couple of hits. They strand a man. Time to stretch him out. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning, 3-1 Milwaukee.
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs. Pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation. With the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you. With personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute. Built to beat cancer.
Napa has the parts and the expertise to help your business stay ahead of the game. That's why Napa is a proud partner of the 2026 Atlanta Braves. 2 legends driven to win from the field to the open road. While Napa is powering fleets and garages across the country, the Braves are delivering pennants, MVPs, and championships. So no matter the size of your business, Napa are the pros that know how to keep you moving at full speed.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Now, get up to $3,500 customer cash on the Hyundai Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer. Offers end July 6th. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Hurry and play Cash for today to instantly win an extra $444. Now through June 30th, only from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
Bottom of the 7th, 3-1 Brewers. Matt Olson digging in to face Kyle Harrison. He's maintained a very low pitch count, only 73 pitches to get through 6 innings. And the 24-year-old left-hander ready to go back to work. And his first pitch to Matt Olson. His ball low and outside. Olson, Albies, and Harris in a game that feels so similar to what we saw last night. Just flipped the roles of the two teams. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Olson takes a called strike. Last night, the Brewers had the early 1-0 lead. And they led 1-0 till the Braves broke through with 2 runs in the 6th, another in the 7th. 1-1 pitch. Olson swings and tips it in the middle of Contreras for a strike 2. Brewers rallied for 1 run in the 9th, but lost the game 3-2 to the Braves. Well, here in this game, Braves had a 1-0 lead. And then for the Brewers, 2 runs in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, just like the Braves did last night. And they lead 3-1 in the bottom of the 7th. Harrison's 1-2. Low and outside. 7 strikeouts for Kyle Harrison. Left on left. Olson's 0 for 2. 2-2 pitch and a chopper to second. Taken on a chest-high bounce by Terang. Throws the first one down. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network. The only source of runs for the Braves today, the solo homer by Ozzie Albies in the 5th inning. And now Ozzie facing Kyle Harrison, and he's going to rope one into left field. Got a changeup that he's able to serve right between Pratt and Ortiz. 1-out single for Ozzie Albies. Ozzie's had no problem with Kyle Harrison. He's got to spread his secret.
Yeah, Ozzie uses such a long bat. Little guy, big bat. He's got such great plate coverage. He went out and got that changeup. Got enough lumber on him to shoot it through the left side of the infield.
The Braves have 3 hits. Ozzie has 2 of them. The other one, the infield single by Eli White. Climbing in Michael Harris. He shows butt. Pushes it foul. Not a bad idea. Joey Ortiz is playing back at third base and well off the line. Michael wearing his neon green cleats today. Neon green arm sleeve on the right arm. Steadies his bat, waits for the 0-1. Here it is from Harrison. Kicks and fires, swung on, missed, 0-2. Harrison still maintaining the zip on that fastball. Oh, 2 is high, 1-2. Michael was not in the original lineup posted by the Braves today. And then they went back and put him in there as he felt like he was good enough to play today. Been nursing a sore back. 1-2 pitch. Sent foul into the seats along the third baseline.
Our 3rd game of the series tomorrow. And we get on the plane to head to San Diego. I'm going to be interested to talk to some of these guys and ask them, compare and contrast your at-bats against Mizorowski and Harrison.
Yeah.
You know, what are you thinking? What was your approach? Who would you rather face again?
1-2 pitch, fouled off again. I can't wait to hear those answers.
Yeah. Harrison, he's not throwing nearly 10 miles an hour slower than Mizorowski, 8 or 9. But really good fastball hitters are swinging through his fastball. I mean, it's got some sort of deception to it.
1-2, pulled down the right field line, a fair ball. That kicks off the sidewall. Around second base on his way to third. Ozzie runs into a stop sign. It's a double by Harris. Right inside the line, inside the bag at first. And the double now puts Ozzie at third base, Michael at second, and the tying run in scoring position.
That just continues Michael Harris II's good work against lefties. Last 3 weeks hitting almost 400 against them. That used to be his weakness, and he's turned it into a strength.
Chris Hook is the pitching coach for the Brewers. He comes out to make a visit. Take that back. That's actually Pat Murphy. That'll be it for Harrison. So with the base hit by Ozzie and the double by Harris, Harrison is knocked out of the game. And Abner Uribe, who is celebrating his birthday today, is entering the game. We'll tell you about him when we come back. Make the right call. Protect your home and business from pests by calling 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. We're in the bottom of the 7th, 3-1 Milwaukee.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Hello, I'm a Phantom tire buyer with a secret identity.
Of course you are.
As a Tire Discounters superfan, I've been talking to customers in the parking lot.
Huh.
And I may not have been doing my job in spreading the good news.
Oh, like customers getting a free alignment when they buy 4 tires?
Well, everyone knows that.
Okay.
But by focusing on alignment, I have neglected oil changes, brakes, shocks, and...
Hey, you can't do everything, Phantom.
Why not? Tire Discounters does.
I remember the hard road that led to this moment.
And the MLB Comeback Player of the Year is Atlanta Braves pitcher Johnny Venters.
Every day I work towards a better future for my family, my teammates, and my community. Having a setback in life can be devastating, but each challenge is a setup for your strongest comeback.
Braves win!
That's why I trust Globe Life. For over 125 years, they have been helping families protect their financial future. Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
For game-changing performance on the field to getting things done around the house, doers make a difference. And when it comes to home improvement needs delivered right to your door, the Home Depot is how doers get more done.
Still 3-1 Brewers. Braves looking to chip away at that lead. Left-hander Kyle Harrison really good. 6 in the third innings pitched, 7 strikeouts. But an Ozzie Albies single and a Michael Harris double leaves runners at second and third. With 1 out for Austin Riley, he'll be facing a new reliever, right-hander Abner Uribe. We did see him in last night's game. Surrendered a leadoff solo home run to Mike Yastrzemski and then worked a clean inning after that.
Big moment of the game right here. Here's the first pitch all the way to Austin Riley from Abner Uribe. And Austin takes the first pitch strike. Uribe turning 26 years old today. Riley waits. Studies the right-hander. The 0-1 pitch. Low it outside. Sinker at 99. Austin's only seen Uribe once in his career. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He did not face him last night. Base hit would likely tie the game. Harris at second. Albies is at third. And it's in the hands of Austin Riley.
Contact for Atlanta, number 8, Dominic Smith.
Uribe glanced to second. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, missed. Sinker at 100. If Austin can reach, Dominic Smith would come to the plate. He's on deck right now. Actually, he will come to the plate. Kind of lost track how many outs there were. I'm so used to being 2 outs. 1 out. Long pause in the 1-2. Chopped up the third base line and foul. I feel like every single opportunity both teams have had with men in scoring position, there's 2 outs on the board. It's fun to see it with just 1 out. Be a lot more fun if Austin could find a way to deliver a base hit right here. Steadies the bat behind his right ear. Thin right-hander Uribe kicks and brings it. 1-2, fall to a foul. Folks, the average baseball game has 9 innings. That means 9 chances to put the original Louisiana hot sauce on all your favorite ballpark eats. They're all tastier with the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. One and 2. Here it comes to Riley. Check swing, ground ball to third. This will produce a run. Ortiz fires it over. Gets the out, so 2 down. Just needed some contact to drive in that run from third base. And Austin delivered as much. That's his 36th RBI of the season. Albies scores. Harris still at second, 2 down.
Yeah, chipping away. That was a half swing. Riley wasn't sure he wanted to swing at it, but I'm glad he did. He put a ball in play, got the Braves a run.
Two down for Dominic Smith. Braves pinch hitting for Eli White, who finishes his day 1 for 2 with a single. Pitching coach Chris Hook out there chatting with Uribe. Dominic Smith was in the starting lineup last night, went 2 for 4 with a single and a double. He did not face Uribe last night, but he had a base hit versus Mizorowski and also a double versus the right-hander Yoho. Meeting at the mound breaks up, so the tying run down at second. 2 down in the bottom of the 7th inning. Smith batting .288 for the season. He's had some big numbers here at home this year. First pitch check swing. They appeal. He did go. It's Tom Hanahan, the third base umpire, who confirmed on the check swing. Not much of a history here either between Smith and Uribe, as Dominic's 0 for 1 with a strikeout against him. Harris ready to run on contact as he takes his lead at second base. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and a bouncer right back to Uribe. He stabs it at the top of the mound. Jogs 3/4 of the way to first base. Gets the out. That ends the bottom of the 7th, but the Braves get one of those runs back. Altogether, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the 8th inning, 3-2 in favor of Milwaukee.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. The A in Chick-fil-A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Atlanta area Chick-fil-A restaurants are teaming up with the Atlanta Braves Foundation on the Home Plate Project to help fight food insecurity for families in need. Show your support by visiting braves.com/homeplate to learn more about food distributions in your area.
Omni Hotel at the Battery Atlanta, the official hotel partner of the Atlanta Braves and your home base in the heart of Braves country. Stay steps from the Chop House gates at Truist Park and celebrate America's favorite pastime from our resort-style pool overlooking the Battery Atlanta. From game day mornings to late-night celebrations, everything happens right outside your door. Book now and take advantage of available rates and offers. Or go behind the scenes with our See Truist Park package featuring luxury accommodations and exclusive ballpark access. Book your stay now at omnihotels.com/Battery Atlanta.
Attention Braves fans. Ever wanted to win a Yanmar ZTR or a Yanmar Limited Edition SA223 tractor? Well, here's your chance. It's the Yanmar Strike Out the Side inning. During the 8th inning of every Braves game, one lucky fan will be selected for a chance to win a Yanmar ZTR if the Braves pitcher strikes out the side. Plus, at the end of the season, you could win the grand prize, a Yanmar Limited Edition SA223 tractor. Register now at braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win. The Yanmar Strike Out the Side inning, where the excitement never stops.
We got another tight ball game here today between two first-place teams. Brewers leading at 3-2. Going into the top of the 8th, Didier Fuentes won an inning in the 3rd, relieving Chris Sale. 2 hits, 1 earned with 1 strikeout. On to pitch the 8th, right-hander James Karinchak, 30-year-old, has only pitched in 3 games this season with the Braves.
And entering in right field, Mike Yastrzemski. There's the Braves pinch hit for Eli White there in the bottom of the 7th with Dom Smith. So we'll see Mike out there in right the rest of the way. 3-2 Brewers, top of the 8th. Contreras, Sanchez, and Frelick to the plate for the Brewers here at the top of the 8th inning. It's also the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. Introduce you to our contestant after the first pitch to Contreras. Karinchak deals, misses with a ball high. Here in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. If Karinchak can strike out the side in order, our contestant, Dinah McCain, will be the winner of a brand new Yanmar ZTR. 1-0 pitch, over for a strike. Enter all season long at braves.com/Yanmar. We're going to have an ABS challenge here. Contreras thought it was a ball. He was right. So now 2 balls and no strikes on William Contreras. Karinchak looking to battle back. And his 2-0 pitch. There's a called strike. Yeah, enter all season long at braves.com/Yanmar if you're a chance to win a Yanmar ZTR and to be entered for a grand prize tractor drawing at the end of the season. Yanmar, built together, back longer. 2 balls and a strike. There it is from Karinchak, and a line drive in the air to center. Going back, Harris. He's under it. Makes the catch in deep center field. 1 down in the top of the 8th inning. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 8th, just in case you're wondering, it'll be 8-9-1 for the Braves. As that stands now, Bart, Mateo, and Dubon. But still 2 outs to get here in the 8th inning. Three runs on 7 hits, no errors for the Brewers. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Braves. Gary Sanchez up to the plate. Takes the first pitch strike. Braves have used Sale, Fuentes, and Karinchak on the mound. 0-1, a little bit north of the zone with a curveball. We've been under cloudy skies all day. Comfortable breeze coming in from right center field. Sellout crowd of 40,156. Our 13th sellout of the season. This is the 36th home game. Take that back. 37th home game. 1-1 pitch. Strike. Good curveball.
Yeah, sure is. Coming in from the top of the zone. Karinchak likes to work that fastball up, spinny 4-seamer, and work the curveball off of that. So that curveball coming in from the top is hard to pull the trigger on.
1-2, locked him up. Fastball 95. And this will be another ABS challenge. Sanchez thought that pitch was too low. And he is wrong. That is strike 3. Really good sequence by Karinchak.
Yeah, beautiful fastball down and away. Not sure if he was meaning to go there, but it sure did work out nicely.
2 up, 2 down in the top of the 8th inning. Both teams have 1 ABS challenge remaining. Here's Sal Frelick. First pitch called strike. Showed him the curveball. This is the first time we've seen Frelick to the plate. He came along to pinch run in the top of the 6th inning for Andrew Vaughn, and then took over in right field. .231 hitter with 3 homers. A soft ground ball to short. Mateo scoops, transfers, and fires in time for the out. A 1-2-3-8 by Karinchak. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning with the Braves trailing the Brewers 3-2.
From joyful occasions to the unexpected, First Franklin Financial makes loans for living, offering fixed rates and flexible terms on loans up to $15,000. The next time you're looking for some extra cash to help make ends meet, come see the friendly Franklin folks or visit us at oneffc.com to learn more. All loan terms and APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria and may require collateral. First Franklin Financial Corporation is licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission, CFI 215. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee 5656. MMLS number 141654. Not available in North Carolina.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. John always listens to his truck. So when his brakes start talking, he goes to AutoZone, where a helpful AutoZoner gets him the right parts. If John has time to put them in, he borrows a kit with Loan-A-Tool. And if he doesn't, he gets a free shop referral. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool. Restrictions apply.
Rev up your rewards at the pump with the Club Citgo app. Join today and enter for the chance to win big with members-only sweepstakes, plus everyday savings that stack automatically. Start with 20 cents off per gallon on your first fill-up and save 25 cents per gallon on your first 4 purchases with Plus Pay. Hit Premier status and unlock even more. So what are you waiting for? Download the Club Citgo app today and you're good to go. Savings good up to 30 gallons only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
The original Louisiana hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves, with a balance of heat and flavor that always hits. Buy you some.
Brewers 3, Braves 2 as we head to the home half of the 8th inning. Abner Uribe goes just 2/3 of an inning. On to relieve him, big righty Trevor McGill. When I say big, I mean big. 6'8", 253. 32-year-old has thrown in 27 games this season, totaling 26 innings and 36 punch-outs in those 26 innings. He recorded a career-high 30 saves last season. That was third best in the National League. He'll be squaring off with Joey Bart to lead off the bottom of the 8th here.
Another big monster on the mound. Boy, 6'8". Joey Bart up to the plate. Braves down a run. First pitch to Bart, a called strike.
And not just 6'8", but a sky-high 55-degree arm angle, so he's throwing almost over the top. He's coming down from the heavens.
Oh, 1 pitch, and Bart sends it foul. His younger brother, Tyler McGill, whom we've seen several times with the Mets. Tyler is 6'7". How'd you like to be 6'7", be the little brother? No balls and 2 strikes. There's the 0-2, and Bart with a line drive right back to McGill. I mean, found his glove right off the barrel of the bat. And 1 down in the 8th inning. Now the Braves will pinch hit with Rowdy Tellez. Jorge Mateo goes 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out to center field. Here comes Chris Hook, the pitching coach, delivering the scouting report to McGill. I mean, if any team should know the scouting report for Tellez, it's the Brewers.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Tellez has seen McGill just once. 0 for 1.
Just need to get a base runner. See if Tellez can reach for the first time as a Brave. Brewers 3, Braves 2, bottom of the 8th. Rowdy Tellez has had a couple of opportunities with the Braves since coming up, but no hits yet. Takes the ball low and outside. Tellez, 31 years old, and spent 3 seasons with the Brewers. 1-0 pitch. Tellez fouls one back. He's trying to run into one right here. You want to get him on base, but boy, if he puts one in the chop house, then we're really talking.
He's got the power to do that.
Yeah, this Rowdy at 6'3", 275. This is a heavyweight matchup here. 1-1 pitch and a strike on the outside corner.
Tellez hit 35 bombs for the Brewers in 2022.
The 1-2 pitch. And he swings and misses at a curveball for strike 3. McGill makes quick work of Tellez. 2 down, back to the top of the order to Mauricio Dubon. It was Dubon who had the clutch base hit for the Braves last night. Had that 2 RBI, 2-out single in the 6th inning. Scored Mateo and Albies. Now just looking to get on base. Trailing 3-2 in the bottom of the 8th. Trevor McGill's first pitch. He swings and pops it up. Shallow right field. So shallow that Bryce Terang, the second baseman, step back of the infield cutout, makes the catch. And the Braves go in order in the 8th. So we have completed 8. We go to the 9th. 3-2 Brewers.
This is Kevin Swanson, business manager of IBEW 613. There's a reason why over 5,500 electricians currently choose IBEW Local 613, and why we build Atlanta's most important projects, including Truist Park. Talk to our electricians, look at our work, look at our working agreement. The only thing you will lose by not looking are wages, benefits, and time. Nothing to lose by taking a look. Go to IBEW613.org.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. The A in Chick-fil-A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Atlanta area Chick-fil-A restaurants are teaming up with the Atlanta Braves Foundation on the Home Plate Project to help fight food insecurity for families in need. Show your support by visiting braves.com/homeplate to learn more about food distributions in your area.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings scoot up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Three to 2 Brewers as we head into the top of the ninth. James Karinchak, very tidy, top of the eighth inning. 1 inning, 3 up, 3 down with the strikeout. On looking to do the same in the ninth. Left-hander Dylan Lee. We saw Dylan in last night's game. He pitched 2/3 of an inning, started out the 7th inning before he was lifted for Robert Suarez. He did collect a hold in that game. This will be his 35th trip to the mound in 2026.
It's also got a new shortstop, Ha-Sung Kim, out there at short. The Braves pinch hit for Mateo in the bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch from Lee, check swing, called strike, 0-1 on Bowers. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th, you got the best part of the order coming up. Baldwin, Olson, Albies. And then after that, Harris. It's up to Dillon to keep it a 1-run deficit. A little bit low and outside with a slider, 1-1. Braves have used Sale, Fuentes, Karinchak, and Lee on the mound. Brewers have used Harrison, Uribe, and McGill. 1-1 pitch. Off the end of the bat, looping down the left field line, slicing foul and into the seats. 3 runs on 7 hits for the Brewers, 2 runs, 4 hits, and an error for the Braves. As this has played out so similarly to last night's game. Braves won 3-2 last night. Brewers leading 3-2 today. 1-2, got him looking. Slider scraped the bottom of the zone. And Bowers dismissed, 1 down in the 9th.
A nice start to Dylan Lee's inning. This Braves bullpen's been so good. Best ERA in the major leagues. The only team with a bullpen ERA below 3. Sitting at 2.91 today and getting lower by the inning here.
That's exceptional work. 10 strikeouts by Braves pitchers. Garrett Mitchell, the batter. He swings and misses at a first pitch slider. A 1. Check swing. Made him look foolish there. Slider with a check swing. 0-2. I really hope the Braves bullpen is represented well at the All-Star game. There's 2-3 guys I'd say easily deserve to be there.
Absolutely. All 3 of them. 3 amigos. Lee, Suarez, Iglesias. You could see all those guys going to the Midsummer Classic.
Dylan's 0-2. And a bouncer to second. Taken on the second hop by Ozzie. Little dart over there to first base. 2 down.
And the hard part as a middle reliever is you have to do it for multiple years in a row to be considered for the All-Star game. And I think Dylan's entering that territory. You know, he's been outstanding this year, but if you look back at the history, he's consistently outstanding. So I'd love to see him get that nod.
Yeah, that makes sense. For that, that's probably the hardest position on the field to crack the All-Star roster.
Yeah.
2 down for Cooper Pratt. And Pratt takes the ball low. How many times did you go to that game? Twice?
Just once.
1 time, okay.
Yeah, 2015. And I had to have some really good seasons 3 years in a row to be considered for it.
3-2 Brewers, top of the 9th. Bases empty, 2 down. Here it is to Pratt. That scorched up the middle, base hit. Fastball came off his bat at 100 miles an hour. 2-out single by Pratt, who has 2 hits in the game. He's a good-looking young player.
A really simple approach, just trying to hit line drives up the middle and the other way. I mentioned earlier in the game that he's a defense-first guy, and they're hoping the bat catches up to the glove. He's having a nice series here.
Yeah, he's got 3 hits in the series. Here comes Joey Ortiz. He's 1 for 3. Right-handed batter hitting .208. Pratt on the move. Pitches a ball low and in. Throw down by Bart, and that's high and off the mark. Ozzie had to leap into the air and reach out to his left to keep it from going into the outfield. And a steal by Cooper Pratt. Now Dillon really has to execute some pitches versus Ortiz. That's a big run down at second base for the Brewers. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball off the mound, out to second, glove by Ozzie, off balance, throw in time. Very nice play by Ozzie Albies, and that wraps up the top of the ninth. Final chance coming up for the Braves. We go to the bottom of the ninth, trailing 3-2.
Hey, Braves fans, summer is officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Braves, so you know you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Want to hear a sound that's music to your ears? It's this one.
You're a winner!
Because that means you're an instant winner in the Cash 4 444 promotion. For 44 days, 444 Cash 4 players will win $444 right on the spot. Just listen for this prize alert when your ticket prints from the terminal.
You're a winner!
Or look for the prize alert on your ticket to see if you've won. There are 444 winners through June 30th. So play Cash 4 to instantly win an extra $444. Only from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi? For what?
Better not to know.
Get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in your price for 5 years and see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
This spring and summer, soccer's biggest names arrive in downtown Atlanta. Stay at Omni Atlanta Hotel in Centennial Park, steps away from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Book now at omnihotels.com/Atlanta.
Three-two Brewers as we head to the bottom of the ninth. Braves need one for this game to continue. Brewers bringing a nasty lefty, Aaron Ashby. He's recorded 61 strikeouts in 45 innings. And get this, he's 10-0 in all relief appearances this year. 10 wins already.
Left on left, first pitch to Baldwin, and a ground ball at the first base line. That's a fair ball. I believe this hit off of Baldwin. It did. Yeah, first base umpire Scott Berry was signaling fair ball. Home plate umpire Ron Colpo saying, no, that was off the foot of Baldwin. Well, you know that hurt to hit it that hard off your foot. Right off the right toe. 0-1 on Drake Baldwin. He's 0 for 7 in this series. Oh, 0-1 from Ashby. Missed low there, 1 ball and 1 strike. This Brewers team 39-2 this season when leading after 8 innings. And they bring a 1-run lead into the bottom of the ninth. Facing the best part of the Braves order. 1-1 pitch. Drake takes a ball low, 2-1.
An interesting strategy from Pat Murphy of the Brewers. Trevor McGill pitched the 8th. He has 9 saves. Aaron Ashby, as I mentioned, 10 wins, but no saves yet this season.
Here comes his 2-1 pitch. Baldwin bounces it foul over by the Braves dugout.
And likely the reversal of those roles because Ashby's throwing 97-mile-an-hour sinkers. And this left-handed heavy part of the Braves lineup matches up better with his stuff.
That makes sense. Bearded left-hander comes set at the belt buckle on the 2-2 pitch. Baldwin takes a called third strike. I mean, a curveball that jelly-legged him. One down in the ninth. Boy, that's a nasty pitch.
That sure was. Started right at, I'd say, Drake's chest. And if that was a sinker, it would have hit him right between the numbers, but it broke back over the plate.
1 out for Olsen. First pitch slider misses high and away. Olsen is 2 for 5 against him in his career. Single and a double. Need a base runner. 1-0 pitch. Olsen pulls it down the right field line, foul. Right outside the paint. 1 ball and 1 strike. You got the winning run in the on-deck circle, but runs have been so hard to come by today and so hard to come by in this series. Trailing 3-2 in the bottom of the 9th. Bases empty, 1 out. Olsen's 0 for 3, 2 ground outs and a fly out. 1-1. In tight on the knuckles, 2 balls and a strike. Olsen is the only man on the roster who has more than 1 career hit versus Ashby. Ashby's 2-1. That time a slow slider missed outside, 3-1. So many big moments last night, and lost in the shuffle was the walk by Olsen in the 6th inning. He had such a terrific trip to the plate, and then 2 batters later, Dubon delivered the base hit. But all set up because of that walk. And now for Olsen, hoping to see something favorable here to mash on 3-1, and if it's out of the zone, take your walk. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on at a fly ball towards right field. May bloop in. That is down. A soft splash in the right center. Braves have the tying run at first base and the winning run to the plate here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
I don't know how Matt Olson does it. That's some of the nastiest left-handed stuff we've seen all season. And you mentioned that's his 3rd hit off of him?
Yes.
It just doesn't compute.
Well, the man who's had the best game for the Braves is coming to the plate, Ozzie Albies. He homered in the 5th. He singled and scored in the 7th. And he comes to the plate batting from the right side against the left-hander Ashby with a tying run at first base, and he represents the winning run. Albies 1 for 3 with a single in his career versus Aaron Ashby. 3-2 Brewers, bottom of the 9th. First pitch and a chopper fouled on the 3rd base line. This crowd has seen some exceptional moments in the first 74 games of this season. Looking for another exceptional moment here, right here. 0-1 pitch. And Ozzie turns on it, sends it deep, but fouled on the left field line. That was coming off his bat at 99. But 0-2 after he was way ahead of that changeup. Michael Harris is on deck. Sellout crowd chopping and chanting for Ozzie. 0-2. Check swing. They appeal. Did not go. Almost hit him in the foot. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Albies. I don't know how it missed the foot.
Some fancy footwork.
Ozzie, open stance in the right-hand batter's box. 1-2. He swings, and it's a fly ball deep to right field. Back towards the wall, in the corner. It is gone! It's gone! Ozzie Albies let it fly down the right field line, and the Braves win it! This ecstatic crowd can't believe it. Team is bouncing on the plate. Ozzie Albies with a 2-home run game and his 4th career walk-off home run. He was on that thing like a bloodhound and sent it down the right field line, and the Braves win. Another exceptional moment for the Braves. How do they keep doing it?
My jaw is still hanging. I don't know. What a moment for Ozzie. 2 homers today. He was the offense.
This place standing, applauding, and chanting for Ozzie Albies. Man, that team is fired up down there. So are we. I'm seeing stars. A walk-off homer by Ozzie Albies. Braves win it 4-3. They'll go for a sweep tomorrow. Can you believe it? Back with more and the totals after this.
When you need a lawyer after an auto accident, make the right call. I'm attorney Ken Nugent, and I'm based right here in Georgia. Other big-name legal teams aren't even from this area.
Right one.
We'll get you your money quick, while other legal teams waste your time.
Right two.
And our team is with you from start to finish. Other legal teams pass you off to a secondary team.
Right three.
Make the right call. Call Ken.com. One call, that's all. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Kenneth S. Nugent, PC, attorneys at law, 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
Braves country is Bronco country. This is Michael Harris II. On or off-road, there's a lot of great and exciting places to check out. And the best way to do it is in the powerful, off-road ready Ford Bronco. See you out there.
For great offers on a new Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport SUV, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Bronco and Bronco Sport are trademarks of Ford or its affiliates. All rights reserved.
A Braves game day is about great fans and great food. And the original Louisiana hot sauce makes everything you eat at the ballpark hit like a home run in your mouth. Our peppery kick and a pinch of tang bring out the best in whatever you're eating between innings. Wings, dogs, nachos, chicken tenders. A splash of Bayou flavor brings every bite up a notch. So while the Braves go for the win on game day, you can win at game day eating with the original Louisiana hot sauce. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some.
Digging, grading, tilling, and mowing. All in a day's work with Yanmar, the tractor that works as hard as you do. Discover new possibilities at yanmartractor.com.
Another thriller that the Braves win. A walk-off home run by Ozzie Albies, and the Home Depot is proud to present today's player of the game. Darren, this is the easiest choice you're going to have all year.
Yeah, 2 home runs, 3 for 4, 3 RBIs, and that heroic moment there in the bottom of the ninth. Ozzie Albies getting an orange bucket.
Ozzie Albies, your player of the game, built by the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Here are the totals for the Braves. 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, 2 men left on base. And 2 home runs, both by Ozzie Albies. Solo shot in the 5th, 2-run shot in the 9th. Unreal. For the Brewers, 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors. 6 men left on base. They did not homer. Winning pitcher Dylan Lee, now 3-0 with a 1.08 ERA. Aaron Ashby takes the loss. He's 10-1 with a 3.18 ERA. Time of the game, 2 hours, 33 minutes in front of our 13th sellout crowd of the season, 40,156. Braves hit 2 home runs today, so that means you'll score $100 off a set of Goodyear or Cooper tires Monday only, plus a free alignment and free oil change with your tire purchase. Only from Tire Discounters. Learn more about the Braves and Tire Discounters round tripper promotion at tirediscounters.com/Braves. So go for a sweep tomorrow. Back with all that information when we come back on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Hi. Sorry, did I startle you? When you're used to hearing a certain type of commercial, something like this can, well, take you by surprise. That's kind of how it is with the Lexus RX, a vehicle that has continued to defy expectations for over 25 years. From the first luxury vehicle of its kind, to the first hybrid luxury vehicle, to the only plug-in hybrid worthy of the RX name. We understand you want more than the everyday SUV. And isn't being understood an amazing feeling? Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Want to hear a sound that's music to your ears? It's this one.
You're a winner!
Because that means you're an instant winner in the Cash 4 444 promotion. For 44 days, 444 Cash 4 players will win $444 right on the spot. Just listen for this prize alert when your ticket prints from the terminal.
You're a winner!
Or look for the prize alert on your ticket to see if you've won. There are 444 winners through June 30th. So play Cash 4 to instantly win an extra $444. Only from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Hey Braves Country, it's Tom Glavine, and when my ride needs a wash, I trust the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves, Tidal Wave Auto Spa. With hundreds of convenient locations, all-star customer service, and cutting-edge equipment that gets my ride sparkling clean in just 3 minutes, Tidal Wave is a game changer. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com to find a location near you.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Cobb County is Atlanta's sweet spot and home of the Atlanta Braves. Cobb Travel and Tourism is your insider's guide to all there is to see and do in the area. For more information, visit travelcobb.org.
Another night, another hero. Braves won it 4-3 as they walk it off thanks to the home run by Ozzie Albies. Braves and Brewers play the series finale tomorrow right here at Truist Park in Atlanta. Our Braves Radio Network coverage will begin at 12:20 Eastern with the Ford leadoff show. And the first pitch to follow at 1:35 Eastern, 12:35 Central. Robert Gasser, the lefty, goes for the Brewers. He's 0-3 with a 4.88 ERA. Bryce Elder for the Braves, right-hander 5-4 with a 3.15 ERA. So for our guys in studio, Joe Virgin and Lucas Kochevar. Also for Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer, Jonathan Chadwick, I'm Ben Ingram saying so long and good evening from Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. Final score, Braves 4, Brewers 3. Stay tuned for the Hyundai postgame show starting right now with Barrett Sallee.
Thank you very much, Ben. Let's get to our Xfinity play of the game, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this one out. It was Ozzie Albies' 2-run walk-off home run to right field. That gave the Braves the 4-3 win. Get Wi-Fi that brings the heat. Xfinity gives you Wi-Fi so reliable, it never gets caught. With Xfinity, you can get one price for the next 5 years and get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity, imagine that. Totals, highlights, and sound from the clubhouse coming up after the break. You're listening to the Hyundai postgame show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Thanks for listening to Atlanta Braves Baseball on the Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce. This broadcast of Atlanta Braves Baseball is a presentation of the Atlanta Braves and Dickey Broadcasting Company, Atlanta. Any use of the accounts, descriptions, and audio of today's game without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves Major League Baseball Club and Dickey Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. Don't move, because the Hyundai postgame show is up next on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network. Lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
Hello, this is Mary at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
Hey, I dreamed I'd be ready for college way ahead of time.
And now you're way behind?
Yes, and I have no idea how I'll get it all done on time and in my budget.
Well, luckily, IKEA has everything you need to make it your space on your budget. And with everything ready to take away from our stores with Click and Collect, it's easier than ever.
That's convenient.
Exactly. Get IKEA whenever, wherever, however at IKEA.us. IKEA, dream the possibilities.
Racetrack knows ATL moves fast. You can feel it, especially on Braves game days. So make a stop that counts. All beef hot dogs, Swirl World frozen yogurt with endless toppings, a freeze blast to cool off. All your faves whenever you need them. The Braves bring the energy. Racetrack keeps it going. Racetrack, proud hometown partner of the Atlanta Braves. Your life isn't one size fits all, so why would your bank be? At Truist, you get a caring and knowledgeable team that really understands you. You get real talk about real life, tools that help keep you informed, and a plan that keeps you ready so you're confident no matter what comes your way. And when all that comes together, it makes you feel unstoppable. Get started today at Truist.com. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
What up, Braves fans? Joe Button here to talk to you about my favorite part of the game, Prize Picks. Swing into action this baseball season with Prize Picks, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Prize Picks started in the A, so you know we had to show love to the home team. Plus, it's the best app for making all your sports picks.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code BRAVES and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code BRAVES on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. Prize Picks.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Thank you, DoubleTree Suites by Hilton at the Battery Atlanta, for being a preferred hotel of the Atlanta Braves. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Atlanta Braves Stadium. Book your next stay at the DoubleTree Suites by Hilton at the Battery Atlanta.
When you open a Corona, you hear the sounds of wherever you are a little differently. little more Corona. And you think to yourself, why am I just listening? Corona. La Playa awaits. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Real Braves fans know a reliable outfield is key to winning games. Braves fans also know that when it comes to buying their next new vehicle, they can always rely on Landmark Auto Group. With Georgia's best deals on new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, and 3 convenient locations in Morrow, Atlanta, and Athens, you're never too far from a Landmark store. Or shop us online at shoplandmarkcars.com. Landmark Auto Group, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Always the best deal, always.
This is Kevin Swanson, business manager with IBEW Local 613. If you're an experienced electrician, you've probably heard things about the IBEW, and maybe you've never really looked into it for yourself. That's fair. Most people don't until they have a reason to. Our electricians make high wages, have top flight benefits, and a retirement pension. So here's my ask. Don't take anyone else's word for it. Give us a shot. Go to IBEW613.org.
Another ball game is in the books, and we've got it all covered. This is the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Braves Radio Network.
3-2 to Acuna, and Acuna gets a hold of one. Drills a deep center field. That is long gone. A vapor trail behind that baby as he just sunk his fangs right into it.
All the highlights, news, and audio from today's game is on the way. All driven by your local Hyundai dealer. Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Visit buyhyundai.com. Now live from the Battery Atlanta at Truist Park. It's time for the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
And welcome inside the Truist Studios here in the Battery Atlanta. Barrett Sallee steps away from the right field gate at Truist Park, where fans are leaving very happy after the walk-off home run from Ozzie Albies earns the 4-3 victory over the Milwaukee Brewers. The Braves take the series over the NL Central leaders. What a great day for Albies. 3 for 4, 2 home runs, 3 RBI. The man is as hot as a firecracker. Let's get to the highlights. Bottom of the 5th, no score. The Braves have been held hitless by Kyle Harrison at this point. Ozzie Albies steps to the plate to lead off the inning, looking to flip the script on Harrison and the Brewers.